Yes, everyone, you know what time it is. It's your boys Jack here, and Dave will be joining me shortly. He's just finishing up over on Weird Tom TV, but a major breakthrough has happened today. A major surprise. Postacoglu definitely was holding something back, or at least I had no idea that Lolo is making his return. Lolo is back. Bentancur, he's the reason, and he's maybe the reason that we could actually kick off once again here, because into this new year, Bentancur hopefully can carry us through this January, and he is back into the starting lineup. In fact, not even just in the squad. And here it is right in front of you here, everybody. We have Guillermo Vicario in goals, Pedro Porro at right back, Emerson and Ben Davies joining together again at center back, hopefully for the last time, I must say. And then Udogie over at left back, of course. And then we do have Lolo holding it down in the number 6 position. And that means Højbjerg and Skip are then sent over to the bench. We have Sarr joining him in the midfield, with Lo Celso coming in for Kulusevski, perhaps in that more number 10 role. We'll see if Lo Celso can maybe pop up with a goal like he has in other games, or maybe also just have a bit more influence sort of in the general attacking play and sort of that creative front that will be needed since Kulusevski is out. And then we have Johnson once again in that starting lineup, in that front three, with Richarlison and Sonny. Going to need a much better game from Brennan Johnson, in my opinion, compared to the last maybe couple here where he has been a tad wasteful. But you go to the bench there, and I believe it's Forster in goals. No Hugo Lloris actually on the bench. So I'm actually curious how he will get his testimonial, if there will be one of some kind. And maybe people in the stadium, or maybe people who are watching the coverage on sort of the television right now might be able to tell me how they're going about that testimonial. But it looks like he's not going to get what maybe some people had wanted, I guess, which was some sort of cameo or some sort of kind of 10-minute little kind of spell there where he could maybe come in and just give his sort of final goodbyes to Spurs fans. But like I said earlier, we do have Skip and Højbjerg as well joining the bench. We have Donley, I believe, as well. We have Dorrington, Dyer, Phillips, and then Brian Hill and Alejo Valise. Unless I'm missing anybody, I do believe that is the whole bench there. But so good to see all of you, people that are still joining in. Like I just said in the very beginning there, Dave will be joining me in just a moment's time. He is just finishing up over on Weird Time TV, so we'll bring him in here whenever he gets the chance to pop on in. But good to see all of you. Thank you once again, like I say, for joining us, for picking us as your watch-along destination. And let's bounce back. Huge opportunity here for Spurs to sort of just wipe away that sort of last result. Just get it clear from our minds. If we can get a convincing 3 points today, maybe even just 3 points in general today, I think that would be a great step in the right direction. I kind of just said 1,000 times in the last Brighton match that I felt like it was just sort of a bad day at the office, a really bad day at the office, don't get me wrong. But I also wanted to give us sort of that benefit of the doubt. That was sort of the other phrase that it kept kind of just using over and over again, because I do feel like so far this season, and the majority of these players have played well enough, I think, for us to give them that benefit of the doubt. That's just me personally, but I hope I get sort of proven right, at least in that regard, when it comes to their performances today. But good to see all of you. Thank you for joining us. Please smash that like button for us. Get your comments in on your thoughts on the game, especially maybe seeing Lolo back into the lineup is probably giving a lot of people maybe a bit more added confidence that was definitely needed, because I think a lot of Spurs fans were not feeling as confident as maybe they could be, or as they maybe should be going into this game, especially after that Brighton result, all the injuries, all the suspensions, and it is understandable that maybe we weren't as confident. But let's hope that maybe this Bentancur edition, this late surprise, can help us, kind of gather some momentum and maybe start happy clapping once again. But good to see you, all of you. And let's go through the chat here. We have Dark Sun G in the house. Always good to see you, Dark Sun G. And I'm sorry that I think you might have been sick or whatever it maybe was for the last match. I am sorry, man. And I think it is the season right now. I think my dad was sick for a while. I know a few other people that have kind of come down with various flus, or I think Ellie as well has COVID at the moment. So it is definitely that season. So I hope you're doing all right, Dark Sun G. But I bet you're doing all right hearing these news about Dragusin, which you're talking about right here. He says, "Come on, you Spurs. Dragusin deal looks 80% done. Fast January for once." I don't want to go too deep on sort of a mini rant here, Dark Sun G, but I will say to you that from the very get-go, I did not really believe that sort of David Ornstein article that had come out a while ago about how Spurs were not really going to be bringing in that many players, or they weren't going to be spending really any money at all. I just thought that came out way too soon, before even the January window was even close, right? So I just felt like that seemed a bit far-fetched to have such sort of like maybe tier one sort of type of maybe reports or tier one sort of kind of information to suggest that Spurs would be, not very active in this transfer window. I felt like, it's always more dependent on how things sort of go. And then once you reach that sort of January period, do you have a lot of injuries? Do you have a lot of suspensions? Have you been struggling? And that's when sort of kind of I believe maybe the owners or at least, the directors of football, etc., will kind of make that, decision to maybe invest more than they would have, or maybe look at sort of the January transfer window differently because of sort of the new circumstances, the new context. So once again, Dark Sun G, I really did find that sort of David Ornstein article to be quite BS from the very beginning, and maybe it is, or maybe it's right, but so far, if Dragusin does end up being brought in for around 25 to 30 million euros, I would say straight away within that first maybe 5-6 days of this sort of January, I mean, that would just show that I think that article was a little too soon and a little too sort of kind of far-fetched, and maybe not based off any real sort of kind of evidence of any kind that Spurs, wouldn't be that active. I just felt like we were desperate for center backs. We do have a ton of injuries. We have been playing very well this season. I mean, it would be absolutely ridiculous for Spurs not to spend any money whatsoever. And it's not like I'm saying that we're going to be spending huge or big or anything. It's just like the article really did suggest that we were going to be spending absolutely nothing. And I thought that was a little silly. So it's good to see that this Dragusin deal is 80% done. From what I can tell, just quickly, Dark Sun G, as well, sort of on kind of the player report of Dragusin, he does look to be very good in the air. I think when I look at his stats, he seems to be very good in the air. When I've seen him occasionally, play in the Serie A, I'm not watching like every single Serie A game, but occasionally I do sort of tune into various random games, or, it does pop up on my Paramount Plus here over in USA. And when I did see that we were originally linked to him a while back, I did decide, to actually, any time that I was just sort of looking for some footy to watch, I did actually pull up Genoa every now and again. Also because I think they have really great kits. They're kind of a fun team to sort of just watch as a neutral, because I do like their kits, and they do occasionally have some very good players that do come out of there. And I think they're mid-table this season, which is around where maybe Genoa probably should be, but I think they always do sort of bounce up and down the table and things like that. So it is nice to see that we are going after a player that does seem to be a real talent in Dragusin. So absolutely very happy, like you are as well, for us to be getting some business done nice and early. He also says, come on, you Spurs, happy to see Bentancur back. Let's get 3 points for Sonny and Sarr. These are their last 2 games before they head off to Afcon as well as the Asian games. And what is sort of a bit worrisome, Dark Sun G, is I feel like Senegal, probably one of the favorites, right, to win the Afcon. I mean, they are absolutely a very good nation when it comes to football, and they probably produce some of the better players, I think, of that continent as well, when you look at sort of the right now and sort of the world's game. And then also in the case of Korea, right? I mean, Korea always have been one of maybe the favorites around any sort of competition when it comes, especially, I believe, to the Asian Games. So best of luck to both of them, but I must say it is sort of tough that they're not going to be one of those teams that just gets sort of eliminated right straight away, and then we can see them back into the team. I think they probably will go quite far through the tournament, so let's hope that Bentancur can carry us through, as well as maybe some other players that maybe haven't gotten that much playing time this season. But good to see you, Dark Sun G. I hope you're keeping well, man, because I know you were a little bit sick for the last game, and I hope maybe things are turning around for you. And also Happy New Year to you as well. Tekken, Happy New Year to you as well. And he says Dragusin will be our first Romanian since Churches and or Kirkes, and he was useless. Yes, he was very much useless. Dumitrescu and Popescu were on other levels though from the 90s. I do know a bit about Popescu, and I must say I think he actually has like a couple of kids or something like that are playing in and around Europe. I believe one of his kids is supposed to be very, very talented, in fact. So it is a decent footballing family, the Popescus, and sort of like the Itches. I think the Escus, of Romania, they are quite, they're nasty. I think they have some ballers coming out of there always. And I even remember just recently it was like some sort of under 21s or sort of kind of like under 23s, like Euro tournament or something like that, maybe a year or two back. I believe Romania went quite far. So maybe there are some talented youngsters, and maybe even Dragusin might have been in that team. I just probably didn't think much about it at the time. But it is good to see you. Tekken in the house. Iceman's in here as well. Bentancur is back. Colin Turner says Bentancur back is huge. I just hope it's not too soon and that he doesn't get targeted. I mean, let's hope that they're not trying to just, hack him down or anything like that to re-injure him, Matty Cash style. But yeah, I do know what you mean by that, Colin Turner. I had a slight worry about that as well. Could we be rushing him back a bit too soon. But I think also Bentancur is just one of those guys that wants to get back as soon as possible. Tekken also saying Semenyo not in the Bournemouth lineup. I think he's not one of their best players. To be honest, I think we can maybe agree to disagree on this one, Tekken, because I think Semenyo is actually a very, very good player. And I'm actually quite glad to see that maybe he's not in the lineup ahead of this one. But I do believe I haven't taken a look at the Bournemouth lineup yet, but they have a lot of good wingers, I think, in that team. Even Sinistera, who's been kind of warming the bench for him, I do think is a very good player and has a decent finish on him. And actually was all right for Leeds at some stages and was really good for Feyenoord. So I do think they have a lot of decent wingers to pick from. But I must say, I think Semenyo is a very silky, just very like cool player to watch. He's a very just sort of, smooth operator in the way that he sort of carries the ball. He just makes things look quite easy, actually. So I do think he's actually a very good player. So I'm actually quite, relieved to see him not in the team. Mark, member for 8 months. Thank you for your service, sir. And he says, thanks for the content. Thank you, Mark. Thank you for supporting the channel for as long as you have. Thanks for being a member as well. It does really help support the channel. It's just sort of that extra way to, I think, just if you have it, maybe available to just, keep the content rolling, keep us, kind of going and keep us supported. So it's very generous of you, Mark. Thank you for supporting us as long as you have for those 8 months. And good to see you as always in the house, sir. Mick Hermelach is joining us as well. Good to see you, Mick. Hopefully you're keeping well, sir. Bald Bean Counter, head of the Fantasy League, is in here too. Come on, you Spurs. Big up to you, Bald Bean Counter. We have Scotty Hynam in here as well. It says big up to all. Come on, you Spurs. Hopefully you're keeping well, Scotty. And Happy New Year to you, sir. Adrian Brown, Happy New Year to you. Hopefully you're not having a pull over the bus at any stage, to catch any part of the game. Maybe you can, watch from the comfort of your own home, or maybe at the pub or whatever it might be. Big up to you, Adrian Brown. He says, big up, lads, and all got a good feeling today. 3-0. Come on, you Spurs. I would absolutely love a 3-0. Just any sort of win today to sort of bounce back from that Brighton result, Adrian, would definitely do us a whole lot of good. Bald Beat Counter saying Lo Celso and Bentancur, nice attacking changes for this lineup, should be more creative today. Let's hope so, but I must say, without Kulusevski, who has been one of our chief creators since Madison's been gone, we'll see how, players like Lo Celso, players like Johnson can sort of fill in that sort of creative mold. I think Sonny's been really good in the creative front of recent. I know in his last game against Brighton, it wasn't one of his best, but come on. I mean, Sonny's been absolutely carrying us this season, so I'm pretty sure he is going to be bouncing back straight away. But it is up to Lo Celso and Bentancur to fill that creative void that's been left by Madison and Kulusevski out of the lineup today. Big up to Robbie Keane. Hopefully you're keeping well. He says, Bentancur plays. I expect us to win, especially the last game for Son and Sarr before they leave for their nations. As long as we win, I don't care what the score is. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. I feel pretty similar about that one, Robbie Keane. Please, Tottenham, don't ruin my new year, says DB. And we do have a one and only Davo joining us as well, fresh off We Are Tom TV. We'll bring him here in just a moment. Good to see you, DB, though, and Happy New Year to you, sir. Ugly Fish is in here. Let's go, Spurs. IrishHotspur, big up to you, Darv. And he says, Lolo being back is such a relief. Yes, it is an absolute relief. And I must say, Postecoglou holding back an absolute worldie of of an injury sort of kind of news there. I think he was definitely, probably containing himself with excitement, I bet, at some stage, knowing that this guy was going to be making a return. Neil is in here as well as saying Lolo back again. Hooray, Daniel Larson. Daddy Larson is in here as well. He is the reason. Fantastic to have him back. Indeed, Daniel. Indeed. Jason Bell, big up Jack and Dave, and all in the chat. DJ AK is in here too. Good to see you, sir. We have True Pock in here. Derek Hutchinson. We have as well Paro Miguel Escobardo, the one and only, and also the one and only King Hoddle, who says, I got the lineup 5 minutes ago, and there were the two words that I never expected. Rodrigo Bentancur, the silky Uruguayan. The silky Uruguayan maestro is back, baby, and it gladdens the heart. I bet it gladdens your heart, King Hoddle, because this is sort of the kickoff to the new year that I bet you wanted, my friend, and it is good to see our man Lolo back. And I felt like we have been struggling in the midfield, at least of the last couple of games. I don't think Skip was at all convincing, let's be perfectly honest, in his most recent games. And sad to say, despite me being a big Højbjerg defender a lot of times, I think it wasn't really one of Højbjerg's best games either in the most recent game against Brighton. So it is sort of a very relieving sort of addition to see him back into the team here. So I must say, having Bentancur back is a huge relief, just only for us fans. I think it is for that midfield. We have been sort of, with Kulusevski as well. He will be a big miss, sort of the creative department. So it is very nice to have him back indeed there. But we also have Davo back in the chat. And Dave, might as well pass this one off to you, sir. Dark Sun G says, Jack, Nuno beat Man United. Laugh my ass off. Man United really is pathetic. I love to feast on the bones of Man United, Dave. And I must say, I got all of my Premier League predictions right yesterday, and that was the one that I was waiting on was the Nuno game, and I was the one I was actually most confident about. I was very confident that Nuno was going to grab the win, and he did. And even after Matt Turner, my fellow Yank, tried to make it harder on me by giving away a goal towards the very end there, it was Morgan Gibbs-White, somebody who I've probably thrown some shade towards in the past, actually got me the winner, and I was absolutely fist pumping to see that bet come through. But yeah, Paro Miguel Escobardo and Dark Sun G there, I must say, having Nuno beating Man United like that really was terrific and made my day yesterday. But Dave, I mean, just quickly, maybe any sort of shade you like to throw towards Man United for me?
Look, long may their form continue because it's one less contender for Champions League football. So hopefully they keep getting turned over like that. The longer they keep Ten Hag in the job, the longer they're in a mess, the better it is for Tottenham. And hopefully, it gives us more time to be able to sort out our squad, which then hopefully will put them a number of years behind us before they even get to that level. So, yeah, absolutely loving life with Man United the way they are. There's a lot of very sad people around Ireland right now.
Definitely so, definitely so. Dave, put the game link in there for you in the private chat, so whenever you want to pull that up for yourself. Good to see you all, everybody. Really do appreciate you all once again for tuning into this watching along, picking us as your destination. So many beautiful names, so many good faces in the house today as well. We have Adrian Chia, man behind the script, says, big up, Jack. We got some bite and in the mid at what, or he says, big up, Jack. We got some bite in the mid with the lineup. Yes, we do got some bite in there because we have Pop Sarr, who can definitely put in a good tackle. We got Lolo, who of course can put in a good tackle as well. And then Lo Celso, I mean, in his most recent fixture, wasn't really the creative, sort of front that he was doing very much. It was actually, I think people are more complimenting him for his sort of work rate off of the ball. So Lo Celso, we need him in the creative area, but it is also, nice to see some bite to that midfield. That's a great way to put it there, Adrian.
He's absolutely spot on. Look, it's a huge plus having Bentancur back. I love the way Ange sort of kept that a secret and left it as a late Christmas present for us all. With the return of Bentancur, it eases my concerns a little bit on how we're going to progress that ball out. Papa Sarr in there, as we know, he provides that bite. That's what he's good at. That's what we praise him for. But also, he's good on the ball as well. I think he set up, Madison's goal earlier on in the season against Bournemouth. But Bentancur also has a tackle in him, which is good to see. How fit is he? Time will tell. But Celso back in there, look, he will add a bit of bite, and that's one thing I think we praised him for. Not maybe the last game, but the game before that, coming off providing that sort of defensive stability. I think it was against Everton. But look, Jack, again, like the West Ham game, today is a game where I'm judging him on his creativity. I'm not being smart, but I don't think we should be praising a creative player for having a bit of bite in midfield. When I grew up, if you couldn't trap a ball, pass a ball, win a header or tackle, if you couldn't do any of them, you wouldn't play in the midfield. So that is a midfielder's job. He has to be combative as well. It's the nature of the game. However, I'll judge him today on that creativity. And if it ain't there, I'm sorry, I'm done with him.
Yeah.
It better be. That's what he's in the team to do.
Yeah, he's got maybe if he pops up with a goal again, that would be absolutely terrific, because that's what he did in sort of the recent games, which really did sort of put some, or at least, delay that conversation of sort of the, the apology forms. Big up to Lee Neri. She says, big up, Jack. The club announced yesterday that Hugo will get his goodbye at halftime and ask supporters to remain in their seats to get him his send-off. Yeah, I did sort of ask the chat, since Hugo wasn't in the lineup, and a lot of people I saw on Twitter wanted Hugo to get like a 10-minute spell or something like that at some stage ahead of this game. It looks like they aren't going to get their wish. So I sort of was like, how are Spurs going to go about sort of this testimonial? So it looks like it will happen at halftime. Thanks for letting me know, Lee. So that means everybody.
No drum today either, Jack.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
no drum in the stand either. It's broken.
Yeah, I saw that. It's that's in need of repair, which is and so maybe the trumpet guy's going to really have to go off today, before he's going to have to blow it even louder than usual. Georgie Hill says, "Big up, lads. Hope you're keeping well. Lolo is an absolute legend. Let's end the year off on a high note. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army. Come on, you Flat Cap Army. Big up to you, Georgie Hill, and hopefully you're keeping well. Iceman, if I didn't say hello to you earlier, always good to see you. Hopefully you and the kiddo are doing all well, and hopefully he's enjoying his time over in Yankland. Maybe figuring out the MLS and all that good stuff. Big up to you, Iceman. And Wayne Bonner is in here. Always good to see you. He says, damn, good to see Bentancur back in the starting lineup. That'll be a game changer, especially after that shit show on Thursday. Like I said earlier there, Wayne Bonner, I used two phrases 1,000 times, and I hope that it's okay when it comes to, bad day at the office and sort of benefit of the doubt. I think Spurs this season have played well enough. I think Ange has been good enough this season that he deserves the benefit of the doubt. A lot of these players, I think, deserve the benefit of the doubt. Players like Sonny, players like Kulusevski, players like even in recent games, I think Richarlison, who's been playing very well. I would look at Udogie, Pedro Porro, Vicario. A lot of these guys have been absolutely terrific for us this season. So let's give them that benefit of the doubt. What do you say? And also, Dark Sun G says, since Bentancur is back and Mads is slowly returning, do we go for a forward option after Dragusin? Also, we have Van de Ven returning soon. Can't wait for February. Come on, you Spurs. It would be great to have maybe some sort of extra forward option of some kind. Personally, for me, Dark Sun G, just be nice to have another sort of similar striker to a guy like Richarlison who could just be that sort of threat or at least that presence inside the box in case we need somebody to just switch out with Richie or just be kind of kitchen sink time or whatever it may be that you just, use that extra striker for. Most teams do have that extra striker that they can just throw on whenever they need to. And that's what I would be for my forward option. But Dragusin, Dave, I must say, it's nice to see Spurs doing what you and I were talking about in sort of the podcast of signing somebody early, signing somebody within the first 10 days. And, that's all we were asking for is just get some business done straight away, especially in that center back position.
Yeah, look, for once they're getting it done nice and early, but we did expect signings coming this January because the last two windows we've done that. However, my biggest question is still, are they going to do enough to be able to affect the outcome of the rest of this campaign? That's where my biggest sort of question lies around this window. Centre back is urgent, and that's been urgent for the last 4 years, Jack. We've been speaking about it for so long. So, look, I'm not really going to praise them too much for getting the centre back in because it should have been done in the summer and it should have been done the January before that. But what I will say is he's already got friends here, Kulu, Bentancur. They're all at Juve together with Dragusin. So he'll come in, he'll settle in nicely. And it's good that we're getting him early because he can adjust, get up to speed with the Premier League, adjust to the tactics, know what Ange expects of him. Because I know between now and Man United, there's a 2-week break, but we've got one FA Cup in between. So it gives him a lot of opportunity to be able to get himself sort of up to grips, which is good. But don't rest on your laurels. Follow it up with more. If we're selling Højbjerg, we need another midfielder in here. And you need another option in that forward area as well, like you said, Jack. So, look, it's a good start to the window. But like I said, my main question is, are they going to do enough to be able to affect the outcome of the campaign?
Absolutely. And you are right that it is a little too late when it comes to the center back, especially when it comes compared to last summer. But Daniel Levy answering at least the questions in our podcast. Can he get it done nice and early for us? And so far, maybe it looks like he might do. He's answering the call. K32, good to see. Yeah.
Jacko, people are saying I'm a bit quiet on the mic there. I don't know. Do you need me to log out, log back in, or can you turn?
I'll try to turn you up.
Sound. If not, I'll log out, log back in. Just let me know.
Okay. Let us know, everybody, and I'll try to turn up Dave just a bit more here and let us know in just maybe a few moments. I'll throw Dave another question. I'll throw Dave another question as a tester in just a second here. Big up, though, to Peter M. Good to see you as well, sir. And as well, Dark Sun G saying here, once Sun leaves and before Mads returns, do you think Bentancur will be our temporary captain? I hope we get Dragusin plus 2 more before Man United away with them missing Onana. To be honest, Dark Sunji, I think that missing Andre Onana is actually a slight bonus for Man United. They're probably going to be better, actually, with him out of the team. So maybe I'm not so happy about that. But, Dave, could Bentancur be given the captaincy?
Look, Jack, he wasn't in my initial sort of reckoning because I didn't think he'd be back so soon. I thought he'd probably be end of January, more start of February. You see him. But look, if he can evade injury today and he sort of can get through this game and he's fit and ready for the month, I would make him captain for sure. I think he'll be the obvious candidate. I know a lot of people will say, oh, give it to Ben Davies, he's a stalwart of the club. Depends what you want to call a stalwart. For me, a stalwart is someone like Sonny, puts in the performances week in, week out. But look, also, Ange Postecoglou ripped out the old leadership group. It's something he purposely done when he came in here. So I don't see why he'd revert to giving it back to someone like Ben Davies. I don't think it does him justice. For me, Porro and Bentancur, I'm not a big fan of having goalkeepers, but if need be, Vicario, they'd be the 3 I'd be looking at, being brutally honest. But Bentancur would be a great shout. We know he's fully coy. He loves it here.
Yeah, and I think he's just, found a way as well to sneak out away from that medical team, which is always great to see too. Seeing somebody be able to escape their grasp because the medical team just loves to keep them, nice and close and keep them, on ice as much as possible. Sometimes when we need them desperately, it seems like they still find a way. Um, they say you're under normal levels. At least that's what Neil is saying. I turned you up as much as I
Right,
can.
let me just turn off my mic. I'm going to plug my box out and plug it back, the mic box out and back in. It could be to do
Okay.
with that. Give me 1
Okay.
minute.
Okay. We'll try it. Yeah, we'll try another little solution, but at least people can hear Dave. At least people can hear that. It's a good start, at least there. But big up to Brian Easley. Come on, you Spurs from Texas. Big up to everybody out in Texas, my favorite state. Wish I was there right now, to be honest, Brian, where it's probably a tad warmer. I know some parts of Texas, you get that sort of desert cold, but at least by the end of the day, you start to get more of that sun coming through. And I must say, like I do with always with Texas, you guys have incredible Mexican food, which would be absolutely terrific right now. I had to wake up at, I think, 4:30 a.m. this morning, and I would have loved to have just a breakfast taco and a coffee shoved into my face straight away to get me going. But instead, had a nice little scone, had a nice little coffee as well. So I'm feeling like I'm prepared ahead of this one. But big up to you, Brian, and hopefully you're keeping well. But we are about to get kicked off here, everybody. So
Testing. Quickly testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2. People in the chat, let me know if we're back to normal levels. Should be because it's reaching orange on my board. So
yeah, I would say so. You sound fine to me, Dave, but of course, they're the
Okay.
ones who can really hear you. So, we're going to go off them. But we have gotten kicked off here, everybody. And Bournemouth
Shithead
going,
over Ben Davies.
Bournemouth going in straight away here. And Lo Celso on the ball with a few step overs already. And let's just hope that, like I said earlier, that Spurs do end up, just sort of, proving me right with that benefit of the doubt and just doing what I felt like I know that they can do. I just felt like it was a really bad day at the office against Brighton. Let's hope that they can turn it around this game.
We need a reaction, Jack, for sure. People are saying I'm back to normal levels, which is good. Sorry, look, I do have a lot of troubles with my mic box cable lately. I don't know why, but it's sorted now, which is good. We need a big win today.
Important thing is that they can hear you. If they can hear you even better than later, that's, an added bonus, But Bournemouth straight away here, already kind of coming down our right-hand side. They whipped in across. Bentancur, first bit of action involvement there, and getting stuck in for us with Sarr drawing a foul there. And Dark Sun G, if you're still listening, my friend, Simon Hooper refereeing for us today. Let's hope if we can continue the luck with this guy because he's been absolutely terrific to us this season. And anytime I do see a referee, I always, sketchy back pass to Vicario. But anytime I do see a referee, maybe not be so nice to Spurs, I always like to say, well, he's no Simon Hooper. But Pop Sarr, great little bit of split. Brennan Johnson, cross the box, Sonny! Oh, he's absolutely shanked it. He's absolutely shanked it. I thought he was offsides, though, to be honest. I thought maybe he went a bit early here, Sonny. It's hard to see. Is he behind the ball? Yeah, looks to be behind the ball. He's just shanked it, and he's gone first time. Maybe he could have taken a touch, maybe?
He should have took a touch. But you know what? That's much better from Brennan Johnson, Jack. I've been heavily criticised the guy for his end product. That's much better, and it's a good start from him.
Yeah, great start so far. And if anybody you would want in front of that, it's Sonny, to be honest. So that's a huge surprise to see him miss that one. But let's see if Sonny can bury the next one here and put Bournemouth away. Al Ben saying, Bentancur, Ange Postecoglou, you sneaky, sneaky man.
What a present, though. Honestly, my eyes and my face lit up when I seen it, Jack. I was loving it.
That you probably felt like you needed to see Specsavers today. Probably thought you were seeing things. Great ball over the top from Pedro Porro. Oh,
I was about to run down for a quick eye test.
Oh, what a miss from Sonny there in the beginning. But give him that chance again. He's going to absolutely punish you. So, but already kind of an exciting start between the two teams. But let's be fair. I mean, Bournemouth as well been playing a very exciting brand of football. So it is going to be a good game.
We've been here before, Jack, where we've had good starts. We haven't took our opportunities, and then teams have, exactly like Brighton the other night, right? Started well for the first 10, 11 minutes, didn't take our opportunities. So, we have to, but it is a good start. Bournemouth are a lot more open. We're getting a lot more joy going up against them. Now we just have to, Sarsby started incredible, by the way. Great ball. Oh, Sonny, why did you leave it?
Oh! And is that? Richarlison with the souvenir.
I think it was Richie and the Celso both going for the same shot there. Yeah, Richie took it off him. Brazil versus Argentina. No way Richie was letting him have it.
Oh my Lord. Sonny
Sarr
already.
started brilliantly though.
It's
That's
not
a
a.
couple of runs he's made.
It's not a bad. It's again. You kind of want Sonny maybe a bit selfish there, but it's actually not a bad layoff at all. Richarlison just absolutely souvenirs that into the stands.
Good New Year's present for some kid up there in the stand.
Where are the
Probably
Richie
in the
fans?
Richarlison jersey.
Richie fans in the South Stand getting a nice early present. Stevie Webb, good to see you in the house. Scooter Reacts, good to see you. He says he's still a little maybe drunk from New Year's preparation. Don't blame you at all, man.
Oh,
Hennessy's in here too. Good to see you, Hennessy. Yeah, Hennessy, believe me, man, the USA TV, they just find a way to do the ads all the way to the very moment before kickoff. They like try to buzzer beater it every single time. It is so annoying. Believe me, like you're staring at the clock and you're like, well, it should be game time, and you're still seeing ads, on the TV. It's very frustrating. Believe me, man.
Do you know what I would say though? At least you guys get every game. This isn't being shown on any channel over here in UK or Ireland.
Yeah, that's shocking. That is shocking.
So I know the adverts are an inconvenience, so believe me, I'd be just as annoyed. But at least you get to watch some of the game.
Looks like Romero taking maybe a bit of page out of, Ben Davies taking a page out of Romero's book with a nice early, whack to Solanke's head.
Yeah, look, you got to hit these guys early, they're full of confidence. If you let them drop off them and let them run at you, it just gives them more confidence. The best thing you do is you slap them nice and early, dizzy them up a little, take them out the game for 30 minutes.
Big up Leighton Evelyn. Good to see you in the house, sir. Hopefully you're keeping well.
My fellow happy clapper, good to see you, Leighton.
Haven't given you a happy. I think I went for a 3-1. I think that was my happy clapper scoreline. Yeah, 2-1 for Dave, 3-1 for me for happy clapper scorelines. Big up to you, Leighton. Always good to see you. Big T's in the house as well. Good to see you, Big T.
Good to see everybody in.
Lovely bit of. Oh, the sauce already starting.
Oh, it's too much to handle already.
Lo Celso out wide to Davies. Sonny, great first time from Sonny. Great first time. Find him.
Cross.
Oh.
Lucky. Paro, good ball.
Out wide to Lo Celso, waiting somebody to get onside. Well done. Udogie, take him on, son.
He's just the last time against Bournemouth.
Sonny.
Sarr. Off to Sarr.
Oh.
Paro, one of you have a shot.
Yeah, maybe.
We're all giving it to each other to shoot.
Yes, Sonny maybe could have tried to take a touch and shoot there. If his back was to goal.
I'd love to see Udogie have a bit more confidence.
Given away by Lo Celso.
And take a shot sometimes.
Lo Celso gives it away.
This is not going to be an easy game today, Bournemouth. They're no mugs.
I said to you, Dave, and to the members, like they've been playing so well right now that they almost could look at any sort of big team like us as a bit of a free hit ahead of this game.
They also fancy themselves.
Fair, because they played well against us in the past.
They'll fancy themselves for sure. I'm just hoping Bentancur can have that much of a massive impact.
Yeah.
Missed header by Emerson.
Yeah.
Is my guy Semenyo playing though?
No, I think they've gone for Sinistera, I think, instead. They have good wingers in their team. Yeah, he's got a worldie in him, actually.
It's a good ball.
Back post, Solanke! Ooh, over Ben Davies.
How's he misjudging that?
Yeah, I think Solanke was even surprised.
That's bread and butter.
Solanke looked a bit surprised, actually.
He was surprised. That's bread and butter for a centre half.
Oh, my Lord. Ben Davies doesn't even get off the ground.
This is what concerns me.
Oh, geez, man. Show some athleticism. He couldn't even touch the rim with that sort of jump. Wouldn't be able to touch a backboard with that sort of jump. Come on, Ben.
Offside. Listen to Paro. He runs this yard.
Nimrod, good to see you in the house as well. Cynical Dad, hopefully you're keeping well.
Big up, Paul.
Everybody's talking about how they want Solanke. Where were you guys when you were making fun of me months ago for that suggestion?
Not me. I did say to you, Jack, I would judge him on today. I'd judge him today.
It's just so funny. Everybody's like, Solanke, we need to sign him in Jan. I was like, I swear I said that months ago and everybody made fun of me.
Do you know what? You have been saying about Solanke for quite some time. Even behind the scenes to me, you're saying how hard he works and, I just think he's a great finisher. Has been for Bournemouth, to be fair.
Hopefully he shanks all his finishes today.
Lo Celso, get your head up. Richie's there.
Happy New Year, though, to everybody. Happy New Year, Nimrod. Thank you very much, man. Sean Maddox, good to see you, sir. Shamu's in the house, too. Sue Smith, always good to see you, everybody. Really do appreciate you all for tuning in.
Oh, it's a big one today. It's a big one today, everyone. Come on, Spurs. Let's get it going.
Okay.
Let's get the New Year's party underway.
Oh, bad pass by Neto. Lo Celso stuck in there. Sarr top of the box.
Come
Maybe
on.
have a hit.
Shoot.
Sarr!
He's a star boy waiting to score. Da-da-da-da-da. Come on, Papa Sarr.
Oh, that's what we need. One of those big long shots. There you go. Bang it in there, Sarr boy. Come on, Starry man. He's the Sarr man. There you
Papa Sarr. What a goal. Oh, yes, give it to me. Mentality, Sarr.
He's got the mentality. He's got the mentality of a...
Let's go.
He's got the mentality of like
and
a
the
70...
handshake with Poro. Love that. That's 2019 vibes, that is.
He's got the mentality of a philosopher, this guy, Pop Matasar. He's just pure...
Great interception by Bentancur.
It was, and Lo Celso got stuck in as well, to be fair to him. Great finish. Hit it on the floor, nice and low. Great finish from Pop Matasar. Come on. Great start by Tottenham. And this is what we needed, some of us to actually bury these chances. Because, again, in the Brighton game, I'll be adamant about this. Not saying we deserve to win or anything, but come on. We had chances in that game. We had chances in that first half, and we just didn't take them at all. And then they just sort of ran away with it. Let's not let that happen here. Come on, lads. Grab a second.
Yeah, exactly, Jacko.
Great start, though. Oh, Pop Matasar already here.
Oh, it's a good ball.
Whips it in. Richie was right there.
To Richie, that Arsenal have gone one up as well. Oh, Bromer with the breakaway, smash him. Oh, who done that? Who smashed? That's a free. Well done, Benjamin. What a start, Jack. I'm buzzing. Oh, relief. We needed that. The star man, Papa Mata Star.
Papa
Star
Mata
boy,
Star.
whatever you want to call him. He's a star boy. What's that song? David Bowie song, isn't it?
Nice to see a functioning midfield, says Sean Maddox. Indeed, so far and kind of Adrian Chia so far maybe being proven right about sort of the bite in the midfield. I think we are seeing that. You know, the midfield's getting stuck in so far.
Yeah.
Great ball over the top, likely offside though. Yeah.
Lionel, he's got Specsavers, Milan.
Good to see you, Welsh gal. Hopefully you're all right.
Big up, Welshie. IPA Central today, hopefully.
And Marky New, always good to see you. Sarr man, up there in the sky. He's a Tottenham legend.
Yes.
Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Harris Army.
I love that.
Come on, Mark New.
Star boy up there in the sky. He's a Tottenham legend, and he knows.
Well, great win from Emo there. Absolutely shoving Solanke to the floor there. Great win by Emo.
Ben Davies hitting them nice and early, man.
Yeah, they're taking pages out of Romero's book, Emerson and Ben Davies so far, just giving Solanke that nice Romero treatment.
Good ball by Emerson into Johnson. Cut inside, keep
nice
going.
touch. Great touch, Johnson. Great pass as well.
Get Richie in there.
Oh,
lucky Poro.
Oh, yes, Poro. Oh, skin him.
Oh, he should have went down, Jack.
You dirty man. I thought he was going to square it, but instead he went for the Meg.
Oh, great start.
Look at this Meg from Look at this Meg from Poro as well. Great aggression.
He won't give up on it. He's like a hungry dog. Oh,
wickets.
He does them.
Oh, great bit of skill there from Pedro Poro. Can he whip in a good one?
Let's score one from here.
Can you whip in a good one?
Prue. Come on.
Poronator.
Short delivery.
Lo Celso. Back to the Poronator.
Oh, doesn't get to do what he wants.
Maybe
kick to Bournemouth. Disappointing. I can understand why they're not putting in the box. We're not the biggest of teams.
Yeah, I guess Bournemouth. It feels like we always say that though. I get, pretty much with every team, and that might be because of no Van de Ven, no Romero, and just Emerson and Ben Davies. I guess it's really only Richie when you think about it, right? That's probably the only threat in the air. Maybe Bentancur too. Good pressure from Johnson though, just doesn't win it.
Adrian Chia with the super chat says, "Get in."
Ooh, good ball in behind. Well done, Udogie. Great recovery run from Udogie. Ben Davies got absolutely burned there by Solanke. It was a decent ball, to be fair, but he really did get burned for pace, and Udogie saving his ass.
No, well done, Sarr. Good pressure. Davies needs to wake up a little. Smash him. But Adrian Chia with the super chat says, "Get in. Le Coleslaw with bite in a tackle. Come on, you Spurs." Love that with the oh, well done, Big Vic.
Le Coleslaw.
Love that.
Le Coleslaw. That's when he's playing at his best. He's the coleslaw, but I must say, you've probably had a bad coleslaw from time to time, Adrian. So maybe a coleslaw is probably an accurate maybe description of Lo where a coleslaw can be really banging, sometimes, but other times it can be pretty bad. So I must say, I think that's a pretty accurate description of Lo Celso in general. He's just a good coleslaw or he's a bad coleslaw, but today so far a good coleslaw, very tasty.
You know what, Jack? Bournemouth with a shot, not trouble in Vic. Do you know what? You took the words right out my mouth. That's exactly what I was going to say. There's nothing worse than a bad coleslaw. Put you off it for a while. It's always 50-50. But if you get a banging one, it makes the dish.
It's always 50-50, which is pretty much just like Lo Celso. Big up, Adrian Chia. And you're so spot on about the bite in midfield. Very spot on. That's a great point. Great point.
Legend. Big up Stevie D as well. Good to see you in, my man.
Big up Stevie.
No, look, you're not in the bad books at all, brother. Look, we just see things differently. You know me, my passions get high when we lose, brother. Look, it's done and dusted. It's water off a duck's back, brother.
Where's Stevie D? There he is. There you are in the chat. Good to see you, Stevie D.
He says, am I still in the good books?
No yellow cards for you yet, Stevie D. Don't you worry.
Baby, sure, if you're out there watching, make an appearance as well, my man.
Big up, Stevie D. Always good to see you, man. Thanks for tuning in, as you always do, man, as well. Thanks for supporting the channel like you always do.
Legend.
Top man. And good to see Finn McCullen. Good to see as well KM. Hopefully you're all keeping well. Dreadlock74, Joff Totten as well out in Perth. Big up to everybody in the house.
Big up, everyone. Hopefully we can get a few more goals and continue this New Year's
Eve.
Johnson!
Party. Skinning this man alive here.
Oh, good tackle. Good recovery.
Decent start from Johnson.
Very good start by Johnson.
Cockeyed Steve is in here as well. He's good to see you, man. The Pedro Porro fan.
Big up, Stevie.
It's all about the sauce, says Sean Maddox. Indeed, La Coleslaw, Benton sauce, bento sauce. So many sauces in midfield.
Wow,
Davies.
I love that.
Nice composure from Vicario there. Davies, square ball across to Emerson. That can be a dangerous pass. Well done, though, from Emerson and Pedro Porro. Just a little too heavy for Brendan Johnson. They tried to play him in behind there down the right-hand side. Just been very end-to-end so far. I mean, sort of just Bournemouth and Spurs just trying to attack quickly, I must say, as well.
This is usually the period and a half where we sort of tail off. So I want us to see us sort of continue to go for it, because questions are around. Lo Celso's been carrying a knock. How fit is he? Bentancur, how fit is he? Will the last 90? So it's imperative that we kill this game as soon as we can, knowing that we will have to make them subs. Because if it's in the balance, it's going to spell trouble.
Yeah, good point.
Emerson. Good play by Emerson and Papa Sarr there, drawing all the Bournemouth players towards them. Ben Davies.
Good pass from Ben Davies. Come on, Richie, you got to be there, man.
I thought Doji could have got turned there, though, to be fair.
Yeah, fair, yeah. I always like a back heel flick.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, lovely. Actually,
nice,
great. Actually, good play by Richie there to get in front of that. Actually, decent play by him.
Oh, come on, let's go on that second.
Lo Celso, maybe. I don't know. I mean, if he's Lo Celso, he'd have to put in better performances on a consistent basis, because salsa is always good. I always love a bit of salsa. So I think coleslaw for the moment. Sonny, come on, man.
Can he
Skin
drive
him.
his man back into the box? He's doing that.
Oh, yes. He's gotten a bit of space. He's gotten a bit of space.
Oh, have a hit. Back to Sonny. Someone needs to have a hit.
Oh, nice pass from Sonny.
Brendan Johnson. Jesus Christ.
Emmo!
What an effort. About a 35-yard strike on target. What a save.
Oh, that was like, that was almost like, brought me back to the days of like watching Kolarov with that hit. Jeez.
Oh, he caught it well.
Emerson doing his best Fabian Schär impression.
I'd love that guy at Tottenham, Fabian Schär.
Yeah, I mean, he always has a screamer in him, I swear. That's pretty impressive from Emmo. Great hit. He's
gone towards the back post to Sonny. What's that about?
Yeah, that's not a great ball. I don't think he meant it to go to Sonny. Jesus, Emmo. Didn't know you had it in you, man. What a hit. Right. What a hit. That's hilarious.
He's back playing samba ball today, Emmo. Last week he was playing Irish ball. Oh, Sonny, good ball into Richie.
Richie, pick it up. Oh, what are you doing, man?
He was onside. I
Take
think
your
him and
time.
Adoji, do you know what, Jack? Adoji, he needs to have the confidence just to say, get out my way. You know, he doesn't do that. He's on as well. Both of them are on. Both of them was going to leave it for each other.
I'd almost go for the dink there to Brendan Johnson if I were Richie. Maybe he just didn't pick his head up. Oh, he tried to. No, he actually did. He tried to square it to him, but not as cleverly.
5 goals, 3 assists for Richarlison, 16 appearances. Not bad.
Oh, I mean, it's more than what Anthony has produced in the whole year.
It's a good delivery. It's a free header. It's way over. Who got that? Bentancur.
It's more than what the 90 million TikToker from Ajax has produced in the whole year.
Come on. What's your plans for New Year's tonight, Jack? You got any?
Nothing special, to be honest. I probably will take a nap after this because I imagine I'm just pumping on 4:30 a.m. adrenaline at this moment in time and coffee. So, but Mo, please, Jesus,
Well done, Vic.
Come on, man, you got to use those neck muscles there, Mo. Got to put a little more behind that.
I was ropey.
No, nothing much. Just probably, honestly, hanging out with the fam. Really, hanging out with the fam. Really, in Seattle. But I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's going to be a nice, quiet evening.
Any firework displays on now?
Yeah, I'll be watching the fireworks above the Space Needle.
Nice.
What I will say, though, about New Year's is New Year's can be a bit guilty of being amateur hour, I'll be honest. And so I try to avoid, you know, some of the big sort of events and everything because you end up paying, you know, over the top for, you know, bands that you don't even care about, that you don't even want to see, you know, things like that. So just going to keep it casual, keep it chill, and just watch a bit of fireworks and everything. Come on, Richie.
Oh no, they got the overlap. Oh, poor touch by Solanke.
There you go, Lo Celso. Oh, too much though, being too clever.
Oh, good block by Adoji.
Great block from
Good ball to
Adoji.
Richie. Well held up.
Sir, I mean they're just fouling him just lazily at this stage.
Yeah, that's it, Richie, getting booked. That's a yellow. The ref won't do it. I'm giving it yellow. Who's that? Sabani. You need to write it down on my book.
Sean Maddox saying this game is a little cagey at the moment. Cagey for like two attacking teams, yes. Cagey for two attacking teams in the sense that, like it does feel like no team really, despite our goal so far, maybe hard to say whether we have the full advantage yet. Or we have the full control of the game yet.
Yeah. We get the next goal. We'll take full control of this game.
Exactly.
Oh, well done, Lo Celso. Good ball to Richarlison onto Lo Celso. Bentancur onto Adoji.
Low.
All that space. Go for it, kid. Good ball out to Sonny. Sonny, drive at him.
Skin him again, man. There you go. Okay. Lolo.
Back to Lolo.
To Pedro
Bentancur
Porro.
all the way out to Porro.
Porro, ball in. Richie!
Oh! Just too high. Just a tad too high.
The angle made it look like it was just going to be almost a proo there.
Yeah, lad.
No, Lo Celso giving it away again.
Oh, what a touch. Pape. Good play by Tottenham. This is beautiful football. Adoji onto Sonny.
Nice, Sonny. There you go.
They know
time.
so much to put inside every time. They need Adoji to go on the outside the odd time just to take the player with him.
Sometimes Sonny makes up for it by doing that nice first time pass, but they're starting to read it. Lolo, great turn.
Saucy.
Ben Davies out wide to Sonny. Great flick by Sonny.
Lolo. Into Adoji.
Back to Sonny. Oh, play him, Son. There you go,
Good
Son.
ball to Adoji. Pulls it back for Sonny.
Good interplay. Good interplay between the two. Win that. Come on, Lo Celso. Win that.
Unlucky. Good attempt. Bournemouth are out, though. This could get dangerous.
Well done,
great
Sarr.
block by Sarr. Back to Bournemouth.
Oh, and he wins it again. This man just gets stuck in for it. What?
That's it, Red. That's it, Sarr. I've never seen the guy scream that.
So stuck in
there.
Come
on, out your shell, kid.
So stuck in.
Love that.
What?
Big up, Ribsy. Good to see you in. How's he giving that? That's just soft by him.
Big up, Ribsy85. Hopefully you're all right, my man. Good to see you as always, sir. Big up to Leslie Crawford, too.
Aussies. I believe it's New Year's now to them.
Yeah, let us know how the New Year's has gone off, Ribsy. Maybe, maybe a little, maybe a bit hungover. I'm not sure, man. Let us know. Leslie Crawford, good to see you as well.
Big up, Leslie.
Free kick to Bournemouth. No!
Free header.
Would have been a spectacular header to finish it from that far.
We're so bad from set pieces, though. We've conceded 12 from corners, free kicks, and penalties this year. More than what we did last year. That's not good enough.
And I wouldn't say we were that great last year either.
And it's getting worse.
Good clearance from
You
Lolo.
can just feel Bournemouth starting to get a bit of a stranglehold into the game a little now.
Yeah, they haven't gone away. They've kept their nerve so far, Bournemouth, despite the fast start.
Young Scott playing.
He had a really good game for them last game, but I don't think he is.
Yeah.
Maybe he decided to, since he's a Spurs fan, he realized he can't do it.
Oh, he's on. Oh, can he get the cross? He pulls it back.
Get rid of it.
Celso,
Sarr. Okay, yeah, thank you, Simon. Simon Hooper, we're going to need a C card there. Thank you, Mr. Hooper. Thank you, sir.
Game as Simon says.
Yeah, that is a yellow, though. They've been kind of just bringing us down, and Simon Hooper, the brilliant referee that he is, is picking up on it already.
Need to watch that run of Tavernier there. That was a good run by him. Ben Davies.
Little dink into
Good
Richie.
ball. Well
Good hold
held
up
up,
play from
Richie.
Richie. Come on,
Well
Richie.
done,
There you
Richie.
go. Great hold up play.
That's Sonny
Great
Stu, you
strength.
got Johnson, get your head up. Go for it yourself, Sonny. Too long.
Oh, took
Why is
way
he not
too
going
long,
himself?
man.
Let
Way
yourself,
too long.
man.
Took his time way too much there, Sonny.
You could see he was waiting to put it on a plate for Johnson.
And it just
Poor
wasn't
ball
there.
by
It just
Sarr.
wasn't. That pass just wasn't on. They closed down the angles well, and so Sonny just had to be
Yeah.
selfish. He's have to be selfish there, and he did, but he had his mind on Johnson too long.
He
Too
narrowed
long.
the angle on himself, though. He took too long,
Yes,
didn't he?
and the angle wasn't great.
Oh, that was a real opportunity. What's this for? Offside? Yeah. Well held up by Richie. What play by Richie?
Great
Does him
strength.
completely. That's a hard ball to get hold of.
Absolutely
Sonny.
bodies whoever that defender was, Richie. I mean, it just shows him the weight room.
He just needs to go out with more conviction. It's like he doesn't believe in himself there.
KM is actually saying that Johnson could have made a better effort to be open in that occasion, but it's hard to know. Come on, Mo. Thank you, Mo.
Oh, well done.
Well done, Mo.
Defends the corner as well.
Well done, Mo.
Oh, Sonny just needs to back himself. Like, how many times have we seen him just run on, put that in the back of the net?
Big up to Lazy 8 as well. Good to see you, Nick. Hopefully you're all right this morning,
Big up,
sir.
Nick.
Let us know if you're
And
doing
happy New Year
anything,
to
and
you the family, Nick.
let us know if you're doing anything in New York or Brooklyn this evening, Nick.
Bournemouth corner. This is where things get dangerous. Hopefully they're shit at set pieces. Vicario again. Do you know what? That's one thing that annoyed me from the Brighton game. There's a video of him fucking issuing instructions to players, and they all ignored him. He had to physically go over and grab Porro to put him where he wanted him. Hopefully they're listening to him now. It's a short one. Oh, they are shy at set pieces. Don't let him shoot.
Top of
They
the
scored
box.
from there last week, Brighton. It's a good ball
No.
in. It's a three-header.
Someone got hit in the face. Richie did.
Yeah, Richie flew at it when your man went for it with his boot, I think. Or is he play acting? Either way, well done, Richie. He's had a good start to the game, Richie.
No, and I even would say in the Brighton game, he really wasn't, despite the missed chances, wasn't even that bad. He wasn't the worst
he
player
wasn't.
at all.
Yeah, he put his head in where the boots are flying. That's brave by Richie.
Oh,
brilliant.
Lo Celso, man. He's been sketchy in possession. He's been good at winning the ball. Oh, that's Pedro Porro, actually, not Lo Celso.
Emerson.
Shoved off the ball. Thank you, Vic.
Well done, Big Vic.
Come on, Emma. You got to be stronger there, man.
Straight out to a Doji. Quick release. Let's go. Give it to Bentancur. Come on,
There you
Lolo. You're the reason. You are
Carry
the
that
reason.
ball. Carry that ball. There you go. Udogi.
Here we go. From front to back
Sonny.
very, very quickly.
Yeah, Udogi. See him, son. Okay. Sonny. To Lolo.
Ben Davies. Trucking forward. Sonny.
Not enough on it.
Poor.
Oh, good pressure, Rich. Great pressure, Richie. Someone help him out.
Force him backwards. Well done.
There you go,
You
Johnson.
know where this is going to go, Richie. Sonny, get on the next guy. You know where that pass is going.
There you are.
Well
Heavy
done, big dog.
touch. Oof. Good try from Udogie. Good interception. Just a heavy touch there.
Game starting to sort of find that level.
Yeah, it's finding a rhythm now, this game.
Yeah. Come on, Spurs.
Fulham 1-1.
Come on! Even more of a reason why we need to get over the line today. Who scored for Fulham?
Things going down at the cottage.
Bournemouth on the attack here. Running at Emerson.
Uh-oh, no.
Oh,
Across the box,
Udogie.
Udogie.
That'll do. It's poor defending again there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's another free header. Oh, for fuck. If one of these between Davies and
Solanke's
Emerson
just winning everything.
winning a header, I'm going to go mad. Them balls into the box is bread and butter for every other centre-half in the Premier League. Bar ours.
I mean, he's just winning these for fun right now, Solanke.
It's just simple. It's route one. Ball into the box.
Yeah, him and Emerson and Ben Davies or Lolo there. Lolo doesn't even jump. He's got to jump.
It's not good enough.
It's actually more on Bentancur there. Bentancur's got to jump there.
Raul Jimenez at it, Jackal.
No. Starboy's down.
Nah, he's been our best player on the pitch.
Come on, man. Can't be having this. They just drop like flies in this team. That's a great tackle from Lo Celso.
Good interception by Bentancur. Great tackle by Lo Celso and a great finish by Sarr. All three midfielders involved in that goal.
Don't tell me he hurt himself in the knee slide.
It was very awkward. It was a very awkward knee slide.
Come on, man. Get up, Sarr.
Delighted for him, though. Bloody delighted. He assisted Madison last time out against these. He loves playing Bournemouth. Yeah, it looked like his knees got jarred in the ground when he went for the knee slide.
No. And it's Skip already into the game.
Why are we resorting back to him? Just bring on Donnelly. Look at him. He needs a power gel before he comes on. He hasn't even got running yet.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
yeah, that's
no.
Sarr gone. And he's out of Afcon by the looks of it. He's crying. I think he's out of Afcon as well.
That's not good at all.
He's crying. He's in tears. It's not good.
This is not good at all.
It's not good.
God, man. It's just injuries after
so
injury
bad for
after
the guy.
injury after injury this season. Medical
That's
team
him
needs,
out of Afcon. He knows it.
medical team needs to go, honestly. Like, this is just ridiculous. I just don't understand how we've had this many injuries this season. And it can't be because of the style of play either. I mean, it's not like we're even playing often enough. Something is
Poor guy's so upset he can't even put his head up.
They're doing something wrong in the medical department. This is a hot take for myself, but seriously, they have to be doing something wrong.
Every player is having to console him. The whole fan base is on their knees applauding him. He's absolutely devastated, poor kid. Great performance so far, though, Sarr.
Yeah, great start by the Sarr boy. That's
He's
horrible
his
to
country
see.
favourite to win it as well. That's probably why he's so gutted.
Oh, yeah, and that's what I said to Dark Sun G. I said that what's sort of slightly frustrating in the case of Sarr and Sonny is that they both play for what are likely the favorites of their respective tournaments. Like, Senegal produced probably the best players of the whole African continent. And then
I feel so sorry for him. He's crying.
and then in the case for Korea are probably also kind of the favorites of their own respective tournament as well.
Yeah.
But it looks like he might not even be able to go, which is a real
So
shame. We
sad.
feel bad for him in that case, too.
sad.
Because the
He
AFCON
knows
does
it
mean a
himself.
lot. AFCON is a very important
Yeah.
tournament to them.
And he knows it himself. You can see when he's crying. He can't even look at the crowd applauding him. Everyone, like Sonny went into his ear, Ange went into his ear. He couldn't lift his head. But, Skip coming on. I hope we don't ruin not taking them other earlier chances. We're going to lose the midfield battle. Every time he plays, we lose it.
King Hoddle saying we're casual TFC. Skunkworks saying Tottenham Hospital Spurs. I mean,
Oh, come on, Vic. Good delivery here.
get well soon, Sarr, says Daniel Larson. Well said,
Yeah.
Daniel.
I'll be tweeting him later, for sure.
Ooh, put on the burners, Johnson.
I'll give him a nice message later on, I will. Big Pappy. Brings me so much joy. He brings me so much joy. Oh,
Well done, Pedro.
Sarr
Well done,
boy,
Pedro.
sweet like Sarr. Oh.
I don't know. It's a hot take from myself, but I do kind of think that the medical team, yeah, I don't know if I could really put it on Ange. You know, this is something that it just sort of has been on my mind for a while now. It's like, how on earth can they not? Because there is a thing about preventing injuries, and you know, how good of a job are they actually doing in that department? I'm not too sure. Nice to see that fan though, giving whoever that is an earful in the in the corner. Oh no!
Oh,
I mean,
did
they've
it
just won
again.
every header, man. And Sinistera, he's like 5'4". How is he winning
Just
that?
bring Phillips on. Just bring Phillips or Dorrington on. At least they'll go and compete, for fuck's sake.
Sinistera
It's
has to be one of the
every goal.
smallest guys on the pitch as well. How the fuck is he winning that?
And Bournemouth are starting to get the upper hand in this game as well. It's becoming concerning now. They know. They've watched the game last week, you know, or the week before that with Everton with Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Just put the ball in on top of Ben Davies and Emerson. They can't compete in the air. And I'm surprised at Emerson because he's usually better in the air.
No, nobody's given me any confidence so far with these
He
balls.
didn't win one aerial duel against Brighton, Emerson didn't.
Yeah, this is not good.
So great ball. Oh, we're done here. It's a poor touch. Don't let him shoot. He allows him to shoot.
Vic!
What a save by Big Vic. My God, again, he digs us out. What sort of atrocious defending is that? Ben Davies just gets ran in behind. That's absolutely shocking. He wasn't even aware of the run. Wakey, wakey, Tottenham. We've been here before.
Yeah.
And now Big Vic's pumping it long. Oh, Lord. We're in trouble. That's it, Richie. Someone else go with the poor guy. Smash that. Oh, my Lord. He's so shit in the air.
Oh no.
My God.
Get their MO.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They're allowing Solanke
Well done,
to run all the way through,
Udogi.
but
Sir!
big
Oh my, that's a
That's
nasty
bad.
tackle. Ref!
That's horrible.
Ref! Give him a card at least. That's a card.
That is absolutely shocking from Emerson and Davies. They allow Solanke to win the header and win his own ball off the header as well and run at them. That is shocking.
Yeah. This is a nasty tackle from
Solanke. Out of
Solanke.
jail there. That's a red card, by the way.
That looked like a red card to me on first instance. That's at least a card.
Unless he slipped. Let's have a
It doesn't
look.
even matter. It's dangerous. That's a dangerous challenge. That's a dangerous challenge.
He's injured himself anyway. His leg got jarred in the ground. That is shocking from Emerson and Davies, though. They'll cost us if they do not switch on.
Massive. I mean, come on, ref. He's got it. I hope they're looking at that.
They won't.
Please VAR that. We don't get reds. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What we don't want is this idiot coming on Kiefer Moore. He's even bigger than Solanke. Put the ball in his head, he will score. He caused us a nightmare out there.
That's right. He had a world of a game against us last game. I remember he absolutely ruined Eric Dyer and Ben Davies. Remember he had a clinic against us last season, and that was at their stadium. I remember last season at their ground.
Yeah.
They had a clinic against us.
He just pinned our centre-backs all game long. That's all he done. Just pinned them. And if they can't win a header against Solanke, they have no chance against Kiefer Moore. Zero.
Darkson G with the super chat saying our injury is like Liverpool in the 2021 season. Can you recall the right
it's starting
injury?
to get like that, all right.
Which injuries do you think he might be referring to? 2021, so that would have been under Jose. That'd be under Jose, right? Or it would be under still Poch. It's hard to remember now.
Oh, the centre back crisis. Remember when they had they were using likes of what were they called? Remember they signed the other Ben Davies. Remember he was playing for a little while, and some other guy, I can't remember his name now, but he's at Celtic now.
Just send me a bit of context in the chat there, Dark Sun G, my man. Just give me a bit of context to it. Yeah, as always, you know,
They had their midfield out. They had their back line out, if I remember correctly. They were down to Ben Davies and another guy called Phillips from their youth.
Oh, yes, I do remember that.
And I remember at one stage they played Henderson at centre-back.
Yes, I do remember that.
And they bet us. which was even worse, with Henderson at centre-back. Well done, Richie. Now fuck off, Simon. Go and grow some hair, you prick. Jesus Christ. Start 4. Iriola's ready to lend him some. Look, joke. Sit down.
He's a bit like Unai Emery, where he's a bit of a mouth breather, I must be honest.
Yeah.
Iriola. Something about the two Spanish managers. They don't really like breathing through the nose.
Emerson.
Emo, what are you doing, man?
Oh, he doesn't want to give that, though, does he, Hooper?
Gotta get rid of it, though, Emo.
He does. It's a free, though.
Ryan Christie, top of the box.
Do not allow Christie to shoot. He will score. Great
well
tackle.
Done.
Jesus Christ.
Lo Celso giving away a free kick here, top of the area.
Guess you're not allowed to win the ball anymore.
Yeah.
Unless you have a 0 back and sides.
Yeah, what?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh, yeah, no, he doesn't win that at all. He doesn't win that at all. Thought he did. Looked like it. I'm surprised how he didn't win it.
I don't like this. I do not like this. It's in a good position as well. Connect with this right. There's no chance for Vicario to save this.
Big up Mario, the Tottenham teacher. Hopefully you're all right, my man. It's coming down now in sheets. Look at that rain.
Probably hailstones thrown in there too.
Even looks like the color of the sky changed.
Try from AFTV then, you know. He doesn't like the rain, remember? He blamed the rain for losing one day. Someone check in with him, make sure he's all right. No!
Oh, my Lord.
Just
Deflection.
wide from Tavernier. Is he a relation to the Tavernier at Rangers?
He has to be.
Oh, well done, Richie. Fucking great deflection. Puts his head to it.
Yeah, that was headed in.
Well done, man.
That was headed in.
I was heading in.
Wow, very brave from Richie there. Very brave.
He's given us so much defensively today, by the way. It's the second time he's put his head on something.
I mean, for fuck's sake, can we just win a header, lads? Can we just win one? Let's just win one. How about let's just win one? Come on, can we just win one? Please.
It's so embarrassing.
We're having these. Why are these? Oh my Lord! We're having like these, like the smallest players on the pitch for Bournemouth are winning.
What are you doing this up?
Lolo, that's way too dangerous, man. Come on, lads, wake up!
This is what I was worried about.
There you go, Skip. Block. There you go, Skip. Come on, man. Let's wake up here. There you go.
Oh, Skip.
There you go.
Well done. Let's go.
There you go, Skip. Fucking hell, he's just not even in the game. He's just not even in the game. He's left the ball behind him, and he's moving 2 miles an hour.
Disney World.
He's moving 2 miles an hour as well. Jeez, speed it up.
Fuck me.
You got to brake there, man. You can't just walk.
Guy thinks he's riding the locomotion at Disney Towers. It's a joke.
He must still think he's playing under 21s.
Oh, Lord. Oh, great ball. Go on, Adoji. Potter got away with that one. Go on, Sonny. We have to get a second here. They're sniffing a result now. Bentancur. Oh, Lord.
Poor touch from Lo Celso. I must say, Lo Celso's been poor in possession. He's been all right defensively, but he's been poor in possession.
Yeah. Ref, that's a yellow.
Midfield has given it away a few times. Too many.
That's Christie. Is he giving it? Oh, because he picks him up, he doesn't give the yellow. What a disgrace. If that was a Doji, it'd be pulled straight out. Someone said that was Skip running flat out, Jack.
Jesus. Don't tell me that, please.
I don't know why I'm going to die off that guy.
Don't tell me that. It's just, it makes me angrier. It makes me angrier. Please don't.
That's the second challenge on the Celso by Christie. Has he been booked yet? That's the second one in the space of a minute. Did he get booked there, no?
Good pressure
That's disgrace.
Good pressure from Richie, forcing them to hit it out.
Oh, that is Skip. It's so true, though. That's. Oh, I brought tears to the eyes. Richie,
Well done, Rich.
Well done. He's been fucking brilliant
Nah,
this year.
he just works his ass
half.
off. He just works his ass
Hold up
off.
play, brilliant. Defensively down at the other box. Twice he's put his head in. Brilliant. Good hold up play again. Someone else help him.
He's just bullying Zabarnia as well, Richie, with that strength. Oh, he's offside.
How is so
Come on,
offside,
lad.
man? What's wrong with him the last few games?
Yeah, it's not had a great start, Sonny.
Whoever is shooting, though, make sure you hit that along the ground and use the greasy surface. It'll skid. It'll fly towards goal.
Yeah, very good point.
Oh, well
Thank
done.
you, Simon. Lo Celso. Good ball.
Oh, great ball.
Great ball.
Johnson.
Hard to
Shit
bring that
touch.
down. Not a great touch, but it is hard to bring that down.
Come on. Porotron, let's go.
How was the Profitron during the pre-match build-up?
Oh,
Give you any good predictions?
Not really.
He should be happy clapping.
usual.
That's all I said. Profitron better be happy clapping
he's
after
happy
that
clapping.
prediction.
He loves happy clapping. No, I love Dharma. He's a brilliant guest. He's a brilliant guest. He gets me in a great mood before the games and stuff.
He didn't seem too confident ahead of this game, so I said he better be happy clapping.
Ball
out wide though.
Like he always does. Hold on, Porro. Good defending by him.
Great
and
defending.
Oh
my lord!
We have got away with another one there. They are just.
We just need to get to halftime now. Just need
halftime cannot come quick enough.
No.
We have completely faded out of the game. This is what I was worried about earlier on when I said it when we're 1-0 up. If we don't take these chances, good block by was that Emerson there? Yeah, good block by Emerson. Done enough. Cliver, don't let him score. His dad was unreal though.
Plus 7 minutes? What the... for what? It's first half.
Probably our goal celebration of Sarr being down injured, but that equates to about 2 minutes. Not 7. Well done, Richie.
What?
Again. Son just lets it bounce.
7 added minutes. It's also that referee that absolutely hates us as well. As the
it's because Bournemouth are on top. They want the equaliser because Arsenal are drawn.
It's that third, or it's that assistant that, rolls his eyes anytime that Tottenham scores is the assistant here. What the 7 minutes?
Come on, the intensity. Skip. Oh, my Lord. He is such a passenger. Papa Matasar wins that all day long. It's a free ball into box. Porro, clear it. But since Skip has come on, we've lost all authority in the game whatsoever. Look at him.
He's more of an observer than he is a player. Oh, my Lord. He's got the touch of a truck in any single situation.
I hate to pin it on the guy, but when he comes on, we just lose all midfield presence whatsoever. We were dominating that midfield.
Just do one or the other too, Skip. Please, just get stuck in, or please, just make something happen on the ball. He just does neither.
Go on, Richie. The amount of relentless running he
does. You can never catch him walking, really. It's pretty impressive sometimes when he's just always leading the press, always starting the press. But
Johnson, do more to get out there. Do more.
There you go, man.
Well done.
Get out there, Skip. There you go. Well done.
Oh, well done.
There you go,
No,
Johnson.
Don't there. Well done. Has he given that? No, it's a throw in.
He's hitting it out. He's hitting it out.
Come on, let's get this to half-time, lads. Let Ange get in at them. I want to see a change at centre-back, though. That can't continue. The danger signs are there. Warning signs are there. What's Ben Davies doing now on the right-hand side? Do not let them cross this. Well done,
Pedro.
Paul.
Skip.
Good ball.
Jesus, man. He just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Please, take him off now.
He just doesn't know what the fuck he does. He just doesn't.
It's a simple pass. It's a 5-yard ball. You can't even do that.
Breaking through here.
Bournemouth. Good play by Bournemouth. Do not let Christie shoot. Well done.
There you go. Come on, Lo Celso.
Let's go.
Fucking hell, Lo Celso as well, man. Jesus, every midfielder's been giving it away.
Bournemouth on the attack.
Lo Celso is, God, fucking coleslaw. He's the shit coleslaw now.
This is why you just bring on the kids sometimes. At least they'll have a positive impact.
Oh,
It's a ball towards the back post. Get
Oh,
close.
no. Oh, it's hit off the top of the fucking bar as well. Oh, my Lord.
We need to wake up. that midfield and that back line seriously need to
Gio
wake
and
up.
Skip. Gio and Skip are
And I don't
criminals.
want to hear anyone blaming the midfield for the back line. The back line were already showing the problems before the midfield change had to happen. Oh, Lord. Off the bar. Ooh, through his body.
Oh, my. Him and Gio, though, he's been actually giving up I've not seen him actually be that skilled in possession so far this first half. He's been all right defensively, actually, Gio, but he's just woeful in possession so far.
They won every corner.
I don't see how he could
Richie
play for
clears that one
Barcelona
again.
with how much he's been giving it away.
Richie clears that one. Thank God wins us a throw and alleviates a bit of pressure.
To be fair, Xavi is a fraud, so he probably does like him.
As far as I'm concerned, they'd be doing us a favour. You know, they're talking about the financial troubles they're already in. Signing someone like Lascelles will put them in further financial troubles.
Xavi is a fraud, so I'm not surprised why he wants Lascelles. Pedro Porro, come on, man.
Now, just hoof it.
Yeah.
Well done.
You just need to get it out of here. Just need to get into halftime here, for fuck's sake.
When they do that, they need to press up behind it. Well done,
Now Porro's giving it away. Come on, lads. Win that. Win it again.
Oh, well done,
Win it. Oh, my Lord. How are they still winning this? Vicario, come out!
Vicario. Well done.
Good work, Udogie.
2.5 minutes left of the first half. Just don't do anything fucking stupid. Big Vic goes long. Can Brennan Johnson win that? He tries.
No chance.
Oh, my God.
Ball in behind.
Oh, they're in. It's another long ball in behind Tottenham's back line. Gets a run at Emerson. He cuts inside. Nowhere near him. That's deflected.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh.
This is just...
This is very reminiscent of the last few games. Can't continue.
This feels very similar to
continue.
the Everton game, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah. But they've started their pursuit earlier, Bournemouth.
Yeah. Wow,
It's a
good block
in the end
by Lo
by
Celso.
Porro.
I think Lo Celso slides in here and sticks his foot up. Yeah, Lo Celso.
No, it comes off Porro.
Oh, maybe yeah.
Celso did do well, though. At least he threw his body on the line.
I mean, that's what. To be honest, Dave, like Lo Celso needs to go, but I just said that to Skip. Just do one or the other for me, please. Just either get stuck in or just be decent on the ball. He's doing neither. Whereas Lo Celso, so far, he's actually getting stuck in, to be fair to him, but he's been shocking in possession. I wouldn't even say he's been that much better than Skip. That's how poor he's been. But at least he's getting stuck in for us so far. But Lord, I mean, this midfield, just just donkeys sometimes, these midfielders.
Skip just doesn't know where he is. I mean, I'm sure if someone went after to him after the game and put a microphone in front of his mouth, he'd think he's at Hooters or something. It's a joke. It's a bloody joke. Celso, shit on the ball. Emerson and Davies need to wake the fuck up. Anytime Bournemouth get near a box, they're just running through them, balls into the box, they're winning every single header.
Yeah, Al Ben with a super chat saying, I'll use someone from the academy instead of Skippy. I mean, the academy would be great, but Al, I mean, how close do you live to the stadium, man? I mean, maybe we could get you suited up here because we just need somebody with a decent touch, or if you can get stuck in for us, I mean, just somebody that just isn't going to be a complete passenger, man, because Skip, he's just watching the game, he's got the best seat in the house, really. He's just watching it like he's a fan, just sort of walking around the pitch, just sort of admiring what's going on around him without actually making any impact. It's just embarrassing, man. He just looks lost out there, Al. So if you feel like you're close to the stadium or want to get into the game, feel free. Because, geez, I need somebody who can actually do something. Just woeful.
Donnelly should have been brought on ahead of him. You know, he just should have. You know, you can't tell me you do any worse than Ollie Skip. I'm sorry. How he wasn't brought on ahead, I don't know.
I'm reaching the another corner as well.
Is that handball by Udogie?
No, I don't think so. There doesn't seem to be much of an appeal either. Corner practice for Bournemouth, says Neil. Yeah, I mean, they've just had corner after corner after corner. It's not like we're winning any of these either.
Like, this is what I keep saying, though. If some of these guys want to come off the bench and act the prick and they don't want to do it, give a youngster an opportunity. I'm sick of the same shit every week.
Finally, for once, they don't have a good corner. Jesus, thank you.
Chat says it was 7 minutes because the goal plus Sarr and Solanke injuries for your information. Yeah, that's fair enough. I'd still say they only equate to about 3 minutes though, Dark Sun G, but look, it is what it is. You better make this count now. It's a great switch of play. Sonny, stay switched on. It's becoming a very, very frustrating game. It's just so much deja vu about it.
Paul Markey, Skip is the 12th man for the chairs.
And the scary thing is they still have Semenyo to come on, and he'll just be direct.
Yeah. Now, I said before you got here, he is a good player. I'm actually surprised he was left out. A bit relieved, in fact.
Yeah.
But to be honest, like Bournemouth have been playing that well of recent, that all of their wingers, like Tavernier, Sinistera, Semenyo, Kluivert, like they've all been playing quite well for them. When that Skip, man, how do you not even get a foot in there? He just presented it to you. He literally just put that in front of you. How did you miss the tackle?
Blow it up for halftime. Thank God for that. Jesus Christ. Very, very frustrating half of football. Again, started so bright. Couple of opportunities there that we had that we just did not take to punish them and kill them off.
Yeah.
And look, we've already made one sub in the midfield. There's also question marks about how fit is Bentancur, how fit is Lo Celso, how long will they last? So you expect more to come. Tottenham need to get a grip of this game. That last 20, 25 minutes was nowhere near acceptable. It reminds you of the Wolves game, the Aston Villa game. It reminds you of the Everton game, which we got away with it, and it reminds you of the Brighton game as well. You know, we can't keep letting away with it. The warning signs are there. The two centre-backs have been absolutely atrocious in Davies and Emerson. Nowhere near the ball, nowhere near the front man. Our Skip has come in, and every time the poor kid plays, we just lose full control in the midfield. And now Bournemouth are having their way with us, Jack. What does Ange Postecoglou do at half-time? Because there's only so many bollockings you can give them, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if I were to come up with an unrealistic sort of suggestion or answer, I'd say, honestly, just take Skip off because we just become a much worse team with him onto the pitch. But I know that's not a realistic answer of any kind because he's made his bed, Postecoglou, I guess, and he's decided to go with Skip, and we're just going to see if we can get away with it. But that's how bad I think he's been playing in that first half. Like, it feels like we're just going to have to get away with it pretty much with him in midfield and see if we can not get punished for it. So probably have to look at some stage maybe putting in a Donnelly, maybe putting in somebody that can make some sort of impact in the midfield. Højbjerg, I know, did not have a great game in the last fixture, but perhaps, you know, you think about him as well, but then you might be going a bit too negative where you'd be having a midfield of Bentancur, Højbjerg, and Skip. I don't think that's really ideal. So to be honest, I'd actually look towards a Donnelly to be fair, to either replace, like I hope, maybe Skip, but he's already brought him on in the first place. So maybe he brings him on for somebody like Lo Celso, who, to be honest, has not been really that influential either. He's pretty much given the ball away, I think, on most occasions, Lo Celso, and doesn't really have that creative ability that we've been needing in this game. He is playing in the number 10 role, let us remind you. You know, Lo Celso, he's not playing, you know, a number 8 or anything like that. He is playing in this number 10 role. We need him to be more influential on the ball, but it's just been pretty dreadful from two of those midfielders. I think Skip has just done literally nothing. He can't make any impact in possession, and he can't even get stuck in for us, which just seems like the bare minimum just to ask for one or the other. And then in the case of Lo Celso, like I said, he's worked hard defensively, but where is that technical midfielder that everybody raves about? I just don't see it really at all today. Really have not gotten any glimpse of it. It's just so frustrating to watch right now. Darkson G with yeah, go ahead. Sorry, continue.
Just quickly, Jack, I'd also go as far as what have Brendan Johnson and Son done this half either. You know, absolutely not, and they've gone missing as well.
Sonny's been wasteful. Yeah,
very wasteful. So is Brendan Johnson. I mean, he's been wasteful as well. Look, Richarlison, I know a lot of people are going to probably bitch him on and everything else, but he's won some crucial headers in the back line, and everything that's come to his feet, he's held up and laid off to beat other people. Other people now need to start coming to the game. We need to create more. If we create early chances, we need to take them. If not, this is going to be a long old second half. And for me, I don't want to see, if this keeps going this tight earlier in the second half, I want to see substitutions made early. I want to see them kids being brought on. We've seen the impact of changes last week, how dramatically impacted the last 10 minutes of that game. Do the same, but earlier today.
Yeah, it reeks of the Everton performance, to be honest, so far. It really does, where Spurs kind of get off the, start quickly, get the goal that they need. Even in the Everton game, right? We grabbed 2 goals technically, and we still ended up feeling like it was a sort of a squeaking by sort of type of performance, right? So it feels very similar to the Everton performance. I even saw Sonny talk Spurs. Big up to you, Sonny Snelling, in the house as well. I saw him in the chat there sort of saying the exact same thing, saying this really does reek of the Everton performance, and that's not a good sign then, Sonny, but it's good to see you in the house as always. And Dark Sun G with a super chat from earlier, saying it was 7 minutes because of the goal and Sarr and Solanke injuries for your information. Yeah, I guess the Sarr injury, Solanke injury, to be fair, Dark Sun G, but still, I don't know. I'd like to believe more in sort of the agendas here, and I'd like to say that is the that assistant referee, Dark Sun G. You know who I mean. It's that guy who rolled his eyes in the Man City game when we end up grabbing that winner. I mean, that is just, if there isn't, again, I love Dave and I maybe just to distract ourselves for a brief moment here with, sort of the referees. I must say, like, if you don't believe in any agendas, just take a look back at that one moment, Man City in that one season. I don't know why a referee would ever roll his eyes at a team grabbing a late winner, and him adding the 7 minutes at a time just makes me think, a bit further about it. DJ Samuel saying, wake up Tottenham. I mean, Dave, that would probably be the way to describe that sort of half, right? Wakey, wakey. I mean, you're a 1-0 up, grab the second. They've given you that lead, but it felt like really Bournemouth were the better team in that whole half, and we just were asleep in certain stages.
Look, we have gone to sleep again. This is why I didn't get too excited when we dominated the early exchanges, and I said we need to take our chances this time around, because the warning signs are there. With that back line, they've played 3 times and they've conceded 9 goals, which means they concede 3 a game. We're lucky we haven't conceded today, but it's coming. We all know it's coming. And look, I feel sorry for Ange Postecoglou. How many more conversations does he have to have at half-time with these guys? These same conversations. Let's not forget, we were lucky to take a point away against City. Well, we earned it. But he also had the same conversations there. Believe in yourself. Be better. It's very reminiscent of where we were under Conte last season at half-time. Constantly have to go in there and either bollock the players or pick them up. My question is when are some of these guys going to take responsibility? Whether they're squad players or not. Emerson's been around a number of years enough now to be able to sort himself. Ben Davies has been around 10, 11 years. He's a fucking, he's like Tutankhamun at this stage. He should be stepping up with a bit more authority. But look, my biggest problem is when I see things not going our way, no one's standing there trying to get people going. Everyone's just letting it happen. At some point, the players have to be able to bloody sort it out themselves. They can't keep relying on the manager to do it for them every single week at halftime. And I hope Ange does, but this game could really go either way. And I'm absolutely fed up with being here. Yes, we can sit here and say, oh, they're doing a job. I'm sorry. If I put in that job, I wouldn't get paid in a normal job if I was doing that. So I'm sorry, I'm not having it. They just need to do better. Either man up or fuck off. I'm at that point. I'm simple for me.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. And I think Spurs need to absolutely wake up in the second half here. And let me know, everybody in the house, what you think about this. But I think Ange probably needs to once again give them that hairdryer treatment, really, sort of in the halftime, sort of with his dressing room sort of chat and talk here. And I think plenty of people would agree with me. Let me know what you think, Steve D. Plenty of people in the house here. If Ange sort of needs to go for a similar sort of kind of just wake up, lads, like come on here. You're playing at home. You have to give us a good performance, especially after what happened against Brighton. Can't be throwing Ange under the bus here. I just think he's hopefully given them that hairdryer treatment, but he's had to do it maybe a few too many times sometimes this season because of this sort of kind of just slow sort of kind of, or at least we start fast, but then once we grab that goal, we do sort of just tail off a little bit. But good to see so many of you in the house here. Give us your thoughts on this game, please, and also let us know with your thoughts on maybe what maybe changes or how we can maybe go about fixing this sort of in the second half here. And quickly, the Outland reckons the wheels are falling off, Ange. But people, let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on that. But sorry, go on, Jacko. No, I mean I gotta maybe push back against the Outland there.
Get well soon, just quickly. He's not well at the minute. He's got a bit of a dose, so people wish him to get well soon.
Yeah, a lot of people are feeling the weather. I know Dark Sun G as well, right? He was feeling a little sick of recent too. So I mean, hopefully everybody take care of yourselves, people. Don't go too crazy if you're feeling a little sick this New Year's evening. Take care of yourselves, everybody. But Al Ben from earlier saying worried about Bentancur. He doesn't look himself, and also Nick Lazy 8 saying it's bad when Jack and Dave Dave, you have to put on the AirPods. And might be because when it's a little early in the morning for me, Nick, and I've only had one big coffee, that I am a bit more of a potty mouth. Once I have a few more coffees, I start to, maybe calm myself down. Big up to you, Lazy A. Hopefully you and the kiddos are keeping well. Al Ben, though, saying worried about Bentancur. He doesn't look himself. I wouldn't say Bentancur has been at any way a problem in the midfield. I would say he's just sort of one man, to be honest, Al. He's surrounded by two donkeys in front of him. I think Lo Celso has been pretty poor in possession. He's given it away almost just as much as Skip has. And then Skip, as we've said plenty of times, the guy is just so far useless in what he's had to offer in midfield. So I might give Bentancur sort of a pass here and say that actually maybe he's just being brought down by other players around him.
I'd also argue he's being brought back ahead of schedule, to be honest with you, Jack. Look, I was surprised he started. You also got a question, how fit is the guy? How ready really is he? I think he was brought back more out of a needs must because Postecoglou couldn't put Skip or Højbjerg in that position to progress the ball. It was a big problem against Brighton. So I think personally he was sort of brought back early. There was no mention in the press conference. No one had a sniff of it until the bus arrived at the stadium. So again, look, I don't put this on Bentancur. Of course he doesn't look himself, but he's only back from a long sort of injury layoff, 20 minutes, and injured again. So It's going to take him a while to get back up to full speed. But look, I'm not worried about Bentancur. At least he's bloody trying in there.
Yeah,
like the other two.
Yeah, I'd like to say, like Dave had brought up there, maybe it's just a bit of injury woes and him just sort of having to push himself through this. But I'd say when you're only just one man in a three-man midfield, you need the other guys also to make an impact. And when they're not doing that, you can maybe be brought down with them. That's just how I look at it, Alabama. But big up to you, man. And let me know if you're suiting up, to be brought on into the midfield, because I've asked you, to come into this game because Skip and Lo Celso certainly aren't doing enough. Paul Markey saying wingers are not tracking long back, wide open as well at the midfield, as fullbacks are not inverting too. We will lose if Ange doesn't shake them up. Brennan Johnson, I would say him and Sonny sometimes can be a bit guilty of not being as active in the press as Richarlison, right, Paul? Richarlison, sometimes when, we're looking for people to start the press, it does feel like it's always, too often him, kind of doing the legwork of that press of the front three. So I'd like to see some more work, kind of defensively from Brendan Johnson and Sonny. I agree with being wide open in the midfield, but I think that's just because, players like Skip really are just that anonymous when it comes to it. So it is like playing with one fewer player. And then also when it comes to the fullbacks, just maybe it has to do with sort of the attack in general and the build-up. We haven't really been able to build out at all. Like, we're giving the ball far too quickly, or we're giving it away far too quickly for even the fullbacks to make that sort of inverted, run or to position themselves in the right area, to help with the build-up. So when we're giving the ball away that quickly, it can look a bit static, probably from them. I can't really, put too much blame really on Porro or Udogie. I must say, actually, quickly, Paul, Udogie's actually saved Emerson and Ben Davies on a couple of occasions, actually. I think both of them actually had one or two moments where I think it was Solanke who basically just burned them in behind. And it was not, if it wasn't for Udogie, I think they actually probably could have scored with some of his recovery runs here. So he's actually been great for us defensively. But yeah, I see what you mean. They're not making as much impact going forward as they could be, but I'd also, again, I maybe put that more on other players not exactly doing their job, which then leads to them maybe not making that sort of impact that's necessary. And he's saying Ange needs to shake things up, Dave.
Yeah, look, Jack, I put out Ange's, what I thought would be Ange's predicted lineup, and one that I wanted to see, and most people in the comment section actually agreed with mine. I keep saying it, what's the point of persisting with an Emerson, a Davies, and not so much Emerson. Emerson's a good utility player, but the likes of a Davies, Skip, we know when these guys play, there's a massive drop-off in quality. Why do we keep putting ourselves through it? And every manager does it. And this is why I say, keep going back to when Tim Sherwood said that Daniel Levy asked him to play Soldado instead of Harry Kane because of the money he spent on Soldado. And he was ready to sell Harry Kane. He accepted a bid. I wonder, has there been talks about, don't you dare put them in on paying Davies 80 grand a week? Look, for me, Ange Postecoglou, we can keep going the same old way and let these players bring them down, because ultimately what they do is there's such a drop-off, there's a decline in results, and where does everyone go to? The media, everyone else, straight to analysing Ange's tactics, forensic analysis of Ange and his tactics. When are they going to talk about the injuries, the suspensions, but also the squad players? In fact, some of them pundits would actually be doing Spurs fans a favour if they spoke to the lack of quality and sort of strength and depth in our squad and highlight the issue rather than going after Ange Postecoglou all the time. And I'm sick of it. We're going to make the same mistake as we did with all the other managers in times gone by. When are we just going to realise some of these guys aren't good enough and the club needs to be more ruthless? It's that simple. And until they do, we're going to keep seeing this. I warned in the summer not signing 2 centre-backs to come back to haunt you. And here we are. And it will come back to haunt us today. There's no way they're keeping the clean sheet.
Plenty of center backs will let you, or sorry, not center backs. Plenty of these players will let down the manager. We've seen it before, Paul, and it can be happening here. I mean, Ange, I feel bad for him in this situation. I think he's going to have to bring out the hairdryer once again, but how much will that actually get us over the line here? I guess we'll find out. But and also too, the only suggestion I could bring was like take Skip off, throw Donnelly on. But how realistic is that, considering he's already brought on Skip? So it's just. He's made a mistake, I would say, Ange, and probably bringing on Skip, but that's all I could say. It's not his fault at the end of the day that Skip is just that atrocious, can't even make any impact whatsoever, and he is an academy kid at the end of the day with a lot of experience. Like, he should be so much better than what he is. And then Orok Speed saying, Son has his mind on the Asia tournament. Drop him. I mean, he's going to be gone for the next games. There's really he's sort of dropping himself in a way, Orok Speeds, but... Yeah, could he have could he be a bit protecting? Could he be protecting himself slightly for ahead of the Asian games? I think every player is guilty of that, going into a World Cup or going into any major tournament, but I don't know, maybe it could be. Sonny's also kind of in the Kulusevski bracket where he's pretty much played every single minute so far this season and has pushed himself through injury as well. So if he were to be doing what you're suggesting, I'm not going to be that upset with him about it, to be perfectly honest, because he has pushed himself a lot. But I don't know, Orux. I mean, he is going to basically be dropping himself by going to that tournament, and we'll see how we cope without our Sonny. We'll see how we cope without him. But
look,
yeah,
I will say the last couple of games he has been sort of way off the boil compared to where he was. I do think there is an element. I was sort of thinking that myself, sort of during the first half. But look, like Jack, if he is, I don't mind. It's probably one of the last opportunities he's going to get with his age to go out there to South Korea, with the South Korean team to try and win an Asian Cup. Could be the last one. I don't mind it to a certain degree. You got to understand, it's your country, man. As much as we want these guys to love Tottenham and everything else, representing your country is very important. But look, I do hear what you're saying. I would like to see a bit more from him, though, especially because of where we're at in terms of all the players injured and that. But we are on the way here again.
Yeah, and everybody do sync up with us if you'd like to. And Spurs almost in behind quickly, but Pedro Porro misplacing the pass to Brennan Johnson. Jerome saying, Happy New Year, lads. This is such a difficult game, and Bournemouth looks so good. We need to defend better or we will be in trouble very early. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Jerome. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, Jerome, we will be in trouble very early. First of all, Happy New Year to you and the family, my man. Hopefully you have a great time. But it is one of them. If we neglect doing the basics, we're going to be in trouble very, very early. Nearly there again. Odoji saving our asses. The rest of the players need to switch on. The midfield need to start getting the grips as well. They're just chasing shadows in there. Look, the warning signs are there. I hope the players take it this week.
Big up to you, Jerome. Happy New Year to you, sir. And believe me, I think Bournemouth are a very informed team, so they are going to be a tough team to come up against, and they will cause us problems, but we're just not putting in nearly as good of an effort as I think we could be, especially in possession. We have been sloppy, and we have been poor. It has been frustrating to watch. Big up to you, Jerome. And like I said, hopefully you have a good New Year. Maybe you're already, enjoying yourself a bit. I wouldn't, blame you for maybe having a drink after how Spurs have played in the first half, just to sort of cope a little bit. But big up to you, Jerome, and hopefully you're keeping well, sir. And really do appreciate all the support that you've shown this channel. Dave and I do love chatting with you. I hope we get to maybe catch you on a fan show sometime in the near future. Or if you ever want to come on a show of any kind, feel free to come on, man. We do love you, and we do appreciate you. You've been with us for a very long time, Jerome. Big up to you, sir. And then also Adrian Chia saying, watching Skip makes me binge eat. Hella stress. Dave, thinking about breaking the diet?
Honestly, Jack, I feel like going and getting a kebab just to comfort eat, to be brutally honest with you. It just scares me. At least if things does go wrong, I could be happy with the shit I'm putting into my system, I suppose. Yeah. But it's making me want to break it. Look, I'd eat a full kebab and still move faster than Skip. I would.
No, and Tottenham Teacher mentioned carne asada in the chat at one stage, and I could use a carne asada right now, Tottenham Teacher, just as well to cope with some of this. I mean, man, jeez, it has been rough so far this first half. But come on, lads. Let's hope Ange is giving them that hairdryer treatment.
Look, he can give them all the hairdryer treatments he wants. I've no doubt Conte gave it to them last year. No doubt Josie gave it to them before. They just don't respond to it. That's my issue.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do. You can sit there, pat them on the head, tell them they're the best guy in the world, or you can sit there and tell them how useless they are. You know, you're letting your family name down. Go out there and do something about it. It doesn't matter. They ain't going to respond. They never do.
Come on, lads. Bring it together. USA TV also having a howler.
Tottenham goal kick. I'm going to grab some water. Be 1 second.
Bring up the stats as well for you guys. I mean, 12 shots for Bournemouth. I mean, that is not a surprise whatsoever. Clivert in behind here. Ben Davies clearing it away. Is this another corner for Bournemouth? Jeez, they've had so many corners this half as well. Taunton Teacher, use a bit of flank steak. You know, you could use a bit of skirt steak as well. That's always good for a nice carne asada. Most of the time, I'm usually going a bit cheaper, though. I buy actually a nice sort of like chuck steak, you know, kind of filet style. That's what I sort of go for when I make my own. But definitely a nice flank steak for sure, sir. Cut it against the grain, nice and juicy. Love that. But another corner for Bournemouth. And they win it again, Vicario! Oh my lord, lads. Can we just win one header just for the hell of it? Why not? Jesus. It's just free headers galore for them.
That's shocking. Jack, do you want to grab a coffee or anything like that? You're all good.
I don't even know. I'd almost grab that coffee when we grab the second.
You might need a beer, Jack.
I think I need a coffee when we get the second here. I'm a little too worried to leave. A little too worried. We need that second goal here. Oh, it's hail now. Yeah, geez. Yeah. It's rough weather out there, to be fair to these guys. It is rough weather. But Bournemouth, let's be honest,
What save?
Bournemouth have shown, you know, the weather not to be making as much of an impact on them.
Can't even get a grip of the ball, though. It's getting embarrassing.
How is it freezing again?
The hailstones are affecting the camera, Jack.
USA TV is not complying with the...
Look, it's better than what I'd be watching on my telly. It'd probably be EastEnders right now. Bournemouth with another good ball in.
Oh, my lord. It's just... Solanke's just having a clinic against these fucking players.
How many more opportunities are we going to allow him to have a goal? Like, he's one of the most informed strikers in the league.
They've had 13 shots, Bournemouth.
One bounce of the ball. What one does this mean? This will probably be back post.
13 shots, Bournemouth.
Christie with the corner. It's a back post delivery. Well done, Vic.
Win that one, but it's still scary. Still scary. Another corner.
Make changes. Make them now. You got to impact the game. And if them players are tired, like Ange said, even more reason to make changes.
King Hoddle saying, can we string at least a few passes together? Yeah, I mean,
embarrassing.
Can we win a header, King Hoddle?
Finally. As Jack calls for it.
I mean, it's just for the hell of it. Why not? You know, just show that you can.
I'm sick of seeing players dance around ours. I'm sick of it. This is, oh my lord. How many more? Go on, beat one more just for the crack. Why not? Oh my god, and he does. This is embarrassing.
Thank you, Richie.
Well done, Richie.
The only man who's actually worked his ass off so far. And he wins it again. Well done, Rich.
Oh, go on.
Well done, Richie. So you've got Johnson. Good touch.
Use him. Johnson, get on the bike. Why is he holding it up?
Okay.
Red ball to Sonny. Sonny, use Richie.
Yes, Richie! Fucking hell, Rich! Come on, man!
Oh my lord,
Richie, what are you doing?
He has to bury that. Oh,
you have to. Oh, Richie!
How has he missed? That has to go in. He's all the time in the world.
That's the snatch and grab. That's the snatch and grab right there.
He's all the time in the world, Jack. He doesn't even need to think about it.
I don't even know.
He's got all the time in the world. He could have had breakfast.
He's gotten it stuck under his feet, I guess, but it's just terrible. Hit it with your right. Why is he hit it with his left? Hit it with your right. Take a touch.
Trying to show off.
Great pass from Sonny. Honestly, great pass from Sonny to thread the lines there. Much better from Sonny. Much better.
Again, we allowed him to take it down.
That was such a snatch and grab moment for us. That would have been great.
Oh,
Well done, Johnson. Skip, man! Why are you running away from it?
Oh, my God.
Skip, help him out! Jeez! Would anybody just see that? I mean, he's just letting Johnson do his work for him there. And he's just running away from the ball. Skip is an observer, man. He doesn't even get involved. He doesn't like to get a foot in. How's he just running? Oh, my Lord, man. Help him out.
That is so embarrassing. If that was on my highlight reel, I'd be embarrassed.
How is he not helping him out?
The corner. It's a delivery towards the back post. Way over hit again. Thank God for that. Go on, big dog. Richie wins it. Good ball down the line. Ken Johnson or Lascelles will get there. It's back over the top. Ben Davies, shepherd it out. Shepherd it out.
Dude, that's a foul, though.
That'll do.
God, though. Emerson and Ben Davies have been a bit weak, though, today.
Jeez, if Richarlison scored that would have topped off a great display for
Great
him today.
pass. What a pass.
What a ball. He's just got to wrap it down the side of the keeper there near post. He doesn't even have to go across him. It's harder to score going across him there on his left foot. He'll score the next one, though. He will score the next one. Wins it again. Where's the midfield? Bentancur throwing people to the ground. Come on, Spurs. Get the press on. Where's this press gone? Keeper goes long. Can we turn this one over? Oh, we don't.
Solanke's just won everything. Or that was Cliver as well. That's what's sad is, like, I swear, these guys aren't even that tall that are winning some of these headers.
He's won everything that's come his way this afternoon. I'm telling you, if they bring on Semenyo, it'd probably they'll open us up. Get it out of your head, Richie. You can see it's playing on him. Get it out of your head. Forget about it. Just wait for the next one. Fulham 2-1 up. Come on. Even more incentive for us to get over the line today.
Oh, love that.
Go on,
come on, Pedro.
Get your head up. Oh, no. Why
whip it in, man. Whip it in.
Bend it like Porro. Whatever happened to that?
Oh, Skip, man. You've literally tried to take him out, and you can't even take him out, dude. Do you actually do anything? Does this guy do anything?
Oh, my God. He gets beaten again on the inside.
Does Skip actually, genuine question, does he really do anything?
No. Go on, Sonny. Go on, Sonny. Someone help him. No, he doesn't, Jack. He doesn't. He's just completely anonymous. Bentancur. Emerson. Back to Bentancur. Just hold the ball for a couple of minutes.
Honestly, I'd rather have a deer in the headlights than fucking Skip right now. Jeez.
Oh, suicide ball again. Emerson, well done.
Good touch,
well
Mo.
there, actually.
Good touch,
Does very well there, Emerson.
Just has to do Skip's work for him. Dude, Skip is worse than a deer in headlights.
Come on, Spurs.
Referee giving Skip for that challenge he couldn't even actually do. It was a nasty challenge by Skip. It was a nasty challenge. He was trying to take him out here. He couldn't even do it.
What is he actually in there to do?
He's just a passenger, man. It's actually, at least at the end of the day, a passenger probably still offers more. I don't even know. He's just observer.
So whose free kick is it? Ours. Nice. Go on, Richie. Go on, Richie. Oh, Porro, come on.
Good touch.
Good ball into Johnson, Richie.
Good touch,
Good ball
Johnson.
Back off to Johnson.
Good touch again.
Use the doji. Use the big dog. Look at Richie.
Sonny.
Back post.
Sonny. Oh.
Oh, well done. Well done. Penalty. That's got to be.
No. Surely not.
He's hit him in the back. That's not shoulder to shoulder.
Is he onside? Yeah, he is.
That's all. That's a penalty. He's nudged him. I'll take it.
A little clumsy.
Fair enough. Maybe not.
A little clumsy, but yeah. A little clumsy, but I don't know.
Oh, they're checking it. Wait, finally getting a VAR check.
Yeah, that's at least nice. I don't know, though.
It is in the back.
It's a little clumsy.
Against Nottingham Forest for a shoulder-to-shoulder yellow card. So, if that's a yellow, surely this is a free.
No penalty.
No penalty.
Bentancur being taken off. This is probably precautious.
Who's coming off?
Bentancur for
Bentancur.
Højbjerg, I'd assume.
We knew he didn't have 90 minutes in him today. We knew that. That was bound
You were
to
spot
happen.
on about that. You were spot on about that. He's being pushed. And also, he doesn't want to lose him again, Ange. So it's actually...
They're going to regret not taking advantage of it.
I mean, Ange is clever for that, though. I mean, he doesn't want to be punished again for maybe Bentancur end up with another injury. It's smart. He's going to have to do it.
Al Ben with the super chat says, no good striker does what Richie did, not the answer. No, it was a poor finish. I'm not going to... Do you know what? It's frustrating, actually, because he's actually had a sort of good game in terms of holding up the ball, getting us up the pitch, winning some stuff defensively and stuff like that. When you go back over the highlights, that'll show that. However, he's got to be burying that. Like that's bread and butter. That's easy.
Well,
he couldn't ask for an easier chance.
Well, that's where we're seeing Richie's strengths, which is the hold-up play, the work rate, the sort of overall tenacity. But it's Richie's strengths have not always exactly been, the finishing. He's just not like a Harry Kane or, like others that, just bury those 20, 10 times out of 10, right? He's sadly not been that guy for us. And that's what makes him a frustrating player on occasion, is that he doesn't have that sort of clinicalness to him like players like a Harry Kane do, or even, to be honest, like a Solanke, or even for others, so far. So it's just, but by no means, I think, has he been detracting from us like other players have. I don't think he's been hurting us as much as others have.
Look, I completely agree. Completely agree. He had a massive chance to kill the game there, Ben.
No.
Let's see if it comes back to haunt us.
That's where the HK buries that, or, any sort of, clinical striker buries that and, grabs the snatch and grab. But let's hope he gets another.
Oh my God,
Lord. Sinisterra is just having a fucking clinic.
Here they are. They're in. Oh, there's one. Oh, how's that gone?
How's that not gone in? How's that not gone in?
That is embarrassing.
How's this not gone in?
Gets danced around once, cuts inside, on the outside, back
Skip
inside,
and it's in front of Skip as well, and Højbjerg. Just both pathetic from both of them.
Nearly a replica of Brighton's first goal, when Pedro, whatever his name is, just ran straight across our back line. They were just allowed to do that again. Free player at the back. And here we go. Billing and Semenyo coming on. So they're only going to get stronger now, Bournemouth. Two very good players. Sonny needs to grab a grip of this game. He needs to start speaking to people.
Yeah, I agree.
He needs to start getting in their ear.
I agree with that.
And Ange needs to make a change as well. Get Johnson off. He's been a passenger all game. Take him off. Bring on Gill. Emerson.
Nice.
Great hold up.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine. Come on, go Porro. Play it. You gotta play it.
Jeez, they're waiting for Richie to come from 60 yards behind them to press the ball. Oh, no. What does Ange do from here, Jack? What sort of subs would you be looking at?
I think it's Donnelly or Valise or Brian Hill. Could think about Brian Hill on the right. And you could think about maybe Donnelly on for like Lo Celso, but I mean it's a lot to ask from Donnelly in a game like this. It really is. I think he's ready personally. But it is a lot. Like, this would be a huge game to call on him.
I'm telling you now, if Richie scores, he definitely should be in there for man of the match. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Ange does. I think there will be... Oh, my God, Porro. It's a poor giveaway.
Yeah, Porro's not been great, I must say, this game. Can't say he's not been the Pedro Porro we've been used to.
I don't understand at all.
He's not. He's just like, sometimes I've mistaken him for Lo Celso because Lo Celso's given it away a lot. And, I normally wouldn't assume that it would be Pedro.
He's giving it away an awful lot today, Pedro. Come on, Spurs. Half an hour left. Please, please.
Pedro goes deep. Once again, Richarlison's just a lone island in the press. Just a lone man in that press. Yeah. Thank you, Richie, though. He wins the ball back for us there.
Players need to go with him. They can't just leave it up to him all the time. There he is, Littler, the dark 16-year-old darts phenomenon. Knocked out Barney yesterday, one of the greatest of all time.
Think he's a Spurs
He
fan?
does not look 16, does he, Jack?
No, he does not. I mean, I thought that was a
30.
joke. I thought that was a joke that
You look younger than him.
I thought that was a joke that is he actually 16?
No. Yeah, he's 16. He's the youth world dart champion.
Oh my lord.
Got into the world dart championships for seniors, and he's ripping it up. He's into the quarterfinals against Dolan.
Lo Celso! Good ball. Just not there though. No one there.
Adrian Chia with the super chat. Oh my God, Skippy plus Pierre Milhoiberg plus Lo Celso.
I just finished a jumbo pack of Lays.
Oh, yeah, that's Walkers. That's your version of Walkers. Yeah, that's what it is. Because I remember in France they have Lays as well instead of Walkers. Yeah, look, I don't blame you. I do not blame you, lad.
Yeah, whatever coping mechanism you may have.
That we're saying this, but can we?
Oh my lord, Ben Davies, God,
dude. Oh my lord.
Oh no.
Oh, Emerson and Vicario.
Vicario, what are you doing there? Why are you getting stuck in on Emo? He's just taking out Emo.
That's all Ben Davies' fault, though. Just fucking deal with the ball. Deal with the first ball.
It is. I mean, he's making Emerson and Vicario have to panic there. But jeez. It's just, Emo could be down as well. Looked like he was hurt for a second. I don't see him. There he is. Yeah, he's hurt. Yep. Fuck's sake. And that's Ben Davies. He's just fucking injured Emerson. He's just injured Emerson. Ben Davies with that hospital pass has just gotten Emerson hurt.
When's it going to stop? Like, that's shocking. It's so bad. In fact, Emerson and Vicario both coming out to fucking try and deal with that.
Oh,
Saves his ass.
Ouch. Yeah, that's just, I mean, he's just received like a Vicario clearance to the ankles.
If Emerson is hurt, get on Phillips or someone then. I don't want to see Dyer. If Moonhead gets rolled on, I'm calling it an evening. I'm going to bed.
Hugo Lloris organizing his flight to LA. Making sure that he's checking in.
He's looking at properties.
He's really gone for like the funeral outfit though for this game. I don't know why he's dressed in the all black.
It is his funeral. Tottenham's funeral. He's leaving Tottenham. Ben Davies. Oh, unlucky. Good idea. Come on, Spurs. It's not hard. You just don't have to be shit for 25 minutes, please. Well held up again by Richie. Great
standards.
layoff.
The standards.
People into play.
The standards we've dropped to. We're just asking for them not to be shit for the next 25 minutes. Not even great. Just don't be shit. Next 25. Good pass. Good hold-up play from Pedro.
Play on.
Come on, Johnson.
That's it. Johnson, run. Gets the ball in.
No, not a bad
Richie
ball.
Just goes over his head. It's gone out for corner. That'll do.
No, not a bad
Smith
ball at all.
Used to be a Spurs Academy prospect.
That's right, yeah.
Adam Smith. It's a better ball by Johnson. Actually, that's a great ball in by Johnson, to be fair.
Yeah. Richie just couldn't get there quick enough and just didn't read the run.
Come on, put this in the box. Big Rich wants one. He's begging for it.
Welsh gal saying we need some subs, need some more energy out there.
Yeah. Big time. Big time, Welsh gal. Couldn't agree more. Tottenham corner.
Pedro.
Oh.
Not a bad ball.
Don't let him out, Højbjerg. Smash him if you have to.
And he's out. Johnson did not do well there on the press, though, either. Pedro. Thank you, Emo. Well done, Emo. Richarlison. Why can no one play? Why is Richarlison forced to pick that up? Oh, my lord.
That'll do. Well done, Sonny.
Well done, Rich.
Well done, Richie.
Yes, Gio. Good touch, Gio.
Play Richie.
Come on,
Richie,
Rich. There you go. Great pass, Richie. Come on, Sonny.
This is you. This is all you. No, shoot,
Fuck,
man.
man.
Why are you trying to cut inside
He's been
all the
so
time?
wasteful
After
today,
shot stops,
Sonny.
he's there.
He's been so wasteful today. So wasteful.
What a ball as well. He's clean through.
Come on, man. So wasteful today, lads. We've had a few chances to get these punches in the mouth. We've had a few chances just to punch Bournemouth in the mouth with kind of a goal against the run of play, to be perfectly honest. We've had some chances for goals against the run of play, but it's just poor there.
Not shooting on his left peg.
Both Richie and Sonny wasteful.
Come on, Emerson, use that space.
Yes, great pass.
Ball. Great ball. Richie's there. Give it low, Paro.
Oh,
He misses out, Richie. It's behind him. It's a better ball there. It's an easy ball to play as well.
Come on, boys.
We are so wasteful today. So wasteful.
Yeah, I'd say 2 really good opportunities just to grab a goal against the run of play for Spurs.
Skip already on a yellow, is he? Is he already on a yellow?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, he is.
And he's making challenges like that, like an idiot, like a buffoon.
Oh, Alex Scott coming on. Yeah.
Another good player.
He had a terrific game for them last game.
Becoming a bit of a Bournemouth fan, Jacko.
Becoming an Iriola, admirer, yeah. Kind of like Gary
He
O'Neill.
was good at Bilbao.
Clearly just Bournemouth managers have caught my eye in the last 2 years. Gary O'Neill last year and then Iriola this year.
I tell you, if Skip manages to come on and manages to get sent off, that's a new law. Just deal with this. What a high line as well. Richie again winning it.
He's put his body on the line today, Rich.
It is. It's just a shame about that miss.
Now, I mean,
Really
that's the thing. Him and Sonny today, man. Like, they just needed one of them. Come on. One of them's got to do their job in front of goal. Sad thing, too, is with Sonny is I think he's created a couple of chances for others, but when he's had chances created for him, he hasn't taken them. So it's just been a frustrating one. Wouldn't say Sonny's been dreadful creative-wise. He's actually been all right creative-wise, but he's been wasteful, man. He's been wasteful in front of goal.
It's like he's back to like.
Normally you don't say that with him. Normally you don't say that with him.
Walking in.
Yeah.
Well done.
There you go. Good hold-up play. Højbjerg, turn, man.
Back to Emerson. You've no options. Well done. Let's go, Emmo. Get turn, Skip. Oh, he's such a responsibility passer. It's unbelievable. That's a free on Davies.
Udogie.
Brilliant play by Udogie.
Stream is freezing a little bit. Sorry. Højbjerg.
Sonny. Good ball.
Jeez.
Well
Stream
done.
is
Great
freezing.
ball.
Sonny's in behind here. Sonny.
Oh, again.
Sonny!
He's in my head.
In my head. Sonny. 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 Hey, hey. He's in my head. In my head. Sonny.
Sonny.
Oh, thank the Lord. Thank God. Thank God.
What a finish. That's better, Sonny. That's better,
A huge
kid. That's
relief.
game. Well done.
Huge relief. And Anthony Tembel, just before that, saying the exact same thing we were. Sonny needs to step up and be the man. He's done that just now. He's done that just now, Anthony. He's buried the chance that we freaking needed him to. What a finish, actually. That's actually the hardest of the ones he's had.
What a pass by Lo Celso.
Yeah, great pass. First time as well.
Great finish.
2 players that...
Get in there, Sonny. Legend.
2 players have been critical of tonight. It has been Sonny and Lo Celso, and they both stood up there. Exactly what we needed. 2-0. Come on! Oh, what a relief.
Exactly what Anthony Temporel was saying. Absolutely spot on, my man. He does need to step up, and he did. He stepped up and delivered.
That's why he's...
Oh, what a finish.
And that's why he's the man.
I thought he was too slow on the draw again.
No, it's same here, Dave, but that's what Sonny does here. That's why he's the man. That's why you do sort of scratch your head when he misses those chances, because normally he's just so deadly. He's so deadly, but he hasn't been tonight. But there he was, deadly there. It's probably the hardest of the chances he had, I'd say, as well, and he's absolutely dispatched it.
20 minutes Jack left. What do you think, 3 or 4?
I'd hope so, man. I'd hope so. I mean, this is such a relief. That is such
It's
a
another great
relief.
ball.
Come on,
Sonny,
Skip!
get your head up. Sonny's there. Sonny! Good touch,
Richie!
Richie!
How'd you
Oh,
miss again?
good
Oh,
save.
Rich!
It was a good save,
It
to
is
be
a good
fair.
save. It got down to his right. Come on, Poro. Another hit.
They're all having a go now.
Oh,
They all want to shoot.
Richie. Another chance for Rich. Could probably have a brace today.
Oh, the skip was off anyway if it went in.
Not a bad run from Skip, though. Good run.
Oh, well, great touch by Sonny. That was a good save.
Oh.
He done right. He done right to keep it low there. Used the surface to try and skid it into the net. Is that a penalty on Son, though? If
Looks
Son
to be.
touched that, is that a penalty?
Surprised it's not. I think Lo Celso was making a case for it, actually. I think Lo Celso was.
Should be a penalty.
Oh, please, please, please no. Please no. Please no. I'm please no.
No.
Please no.
Not Doji.
Please no, man.
Yeah, he knows. He knows. Look at him. He knows already.
All right, medical team, get out.
He's done.
Medical team, get out of here.
He knows as soon as he pulls his jersey up over his face like that. Surely it'll have to be a Phillips or a Donington that comes on. Has to be.
Plenty are saying
Please
it should have been a penno.
It should be. I think the reason why it wasn't given, though, is if you look at the run, Skip was offside when that ball was played.
Yep. That would be it. Anthony, though, from earlier, my friend, I mean, great timing of that super chat. Thank you for the support. Great timing. And believe me, Dave and I were saying the same thing, but this is why with Sonny, man, like, I sometimes do scratch my head where it's like, man, normally that's the guy you would never expect to be, sort of, right, being wasteful. You never say that with Sonny, him being wasteful. And today he has been, but damn, did we need somebody to step up there? Did we need somebody just to get that goal against the run of play? And he has done. And I'm not surprised that it probably was Sonny, despite him not having the best of games. It's, a guy like that can sort of just still pull it within themselves. And it's mentality too. Like great players like Sonny, Harry Kane in the past as well. Sometimes when they've even had poor games, right, they do dispatch that goal to get you that sort of distance. And that's what makes a good player, though, is just sort of keeping their heads. But dang, it's just another injury, too. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry. I'm moving too quickly.
No, has he gone off or? Yeah, he's looking to come back on. What I love about that, though, Jack, is, he didn't let the other sort of chances that he had sort of affect him. He still composed himself and still took the opportunity, which is a sign of a world-class sort of mentality, right? Especially in front of goal, where you've had 2 or 3 chances, you don't take them, but the next chance falls and you still clear your mind and finish it. There's a lot to be said for it.
Because if you can, oh yes, great. Oh, well done, Johnson. Oh, but he slipped over. Not great touch from Johnson, to be fair. Can't be that critical. Good run as well. Good pass from Poro. Yeah, and in comparison to somebody like Richarlison, Dave, right, who really gets in his own head.
Yeah, you can see every chance he misses affects him that little bit more.
Oh,
he's hobbling there.
I'm still exhaling. I'm still exhaling from that second goal. So needed. So needed.
Oh, lad. Badly needed. Badly needed.
Still exhaling. Emergency ward N17, says King Hoddle. Hospital FC. Yeah, I mean, we are just a walking injury, this team.
Yeah. Serious walking injury, lad. Honestly, though, with the amount of injuries you get, I was someone that looked into, there's 2 things, right? Obviously, the length of VAR and the length of games, more games will obviously increase injuries, right? Take that aside. How has no one looked into whether our sports science and the way we apply it is right or whether the medical team and their diagnosis are wrong? How has no one looked into that yet?
Steve D saying quickly, before they take this free kick, that the league actually should fall in line with the rest of Europe and take a winter break because of some of the injuries. I think we're a little too selfish, Steve D. We like Boxing Day. We like Boxing Day too much, Steve D.
If I don't have festive football, it's not Christmas, man.
Sorry, Steve D. We're selfish, so we're gonna have to criticize the medical team and also not gonna...
Good clearance. Go on, Richie.
Someone clear. There you go. Good touch, Gio.
Come on, I'm dying for Richie to score.
Been much better in the second half, Gio. Actually, like I said, in the first half he looked like a complete donkey on the ball, but not this half. All right, Ben. Sir!
Come on, ref, pull out the card. He wants one. He's begging for it. Come on, one chance to fall Richie's way. That's all we need. One more.
Come on, lads. See this through now. Come on, lads. Just see it through.
And so if the carry out, draw them in.
There you go,
Hoiberg
Hoiberg.
out to Davies. Brilliant.
Well done, Pierre. Move for him, Skip, man. Jeez, he's just walking towards the ball. Move for him, man. He needs a pass there. Sonny, great touch.
Oh, well done, Sonny.
Great touch.
Oh, Richie. You're on, Richie. You've got a dodgy play him.
Oh,
It's just too heavy.
so wasteful today, Rich. So wasteful. He's worked his ass off, but he has been wasteful.
And he done so well to get back onside there as well. So well to come from offside
Yeah.
to get onside for Sonny.
Sonny absolutely
Frustrating.
sold whoever that was with that touch there.
Yeah. Semenyo runs on the outside.
Oh.
Gets the ball in. Right, flashes right across the face of our goal, across the
terrifying.
6-yard box.
That is
No
terrifying.
one there to tap it in, but Bournemouth coming back again. Well done, Lo Celso again. He's been brilliant this half. Oh, he's been marauding through the middle. He's been absolutely
Oh,
brilliant. Our referee
sir! Thank you, Hooper.
Yellow.
Thank you, Hooper.
pulling down the counter. Well done. Thank you.
Well done, Simon. Favorite referee.
Yeah, man the match again for him.
I wish I had Simon every game. Stream freezing again.
It's the Hailstones, lad.
Yeah, something's happening over in Brooklyn.
Come on, Spurs. Let's get the win. Let's go for 3.
Emerson.
Emerson.
Great ball
to
by
Johnson.
Emo.
Richie's
Great
there.
ball.
Richie's there.
To Richie! Come on! 3-0! Oh, it's a snatch and grab. It's a
I knew he'd
snatch
take
and
the next
grab.
chance. I bloody knew it. Big Rich. He's been sensational.
Come on, Rich! Come on!
Prue, what a way. Dancing into the new year. Come on.
Come on, Richie.
Woo!
3-0. 3-0. Oh, what a snatch and
what
grab.
strike.
What a snatch and grab.
Oh, nothing better than a synchronized pigeon dance.
Oh, it might be off here.
No.
Please no.
Is he off? Don't do this.
Please no.
He's not off for that ball. This Johnson just slightly off for the ball played over. What a ball by Emerson, by the way.
What a ball by Emerson. That is
Great
almost
delivery
Emerson's
by
goal.
Johnson. Ha Prue, blood.
Oh, please. Is it? It must be onside. I'm not hearing anything about them checking it.
Ah, he tucks it away, lovely.
Is it given?
Come
Hasn't been
on.
given.
Come
Let's
on,
hope-
please give it. He's going in front of a man of the match.
If it's been given, I must have to give. I think
Yes!
they give it. Come on! 3-0!
Prue, fucking Prue, baby.
This might be a moment for me to. This might be my Emerson bias coming through, but I actually think a lot of that goal is down to Emerson there. What a ball in behind there. What a ball in behind. 2 fantastic passes, actually, for 2 goals. I mean, Gio's pass, Dave, right? For that first goal from Sonny, right? Gio's pass is an unbelievable ball in behind. And then Emerson's almost similar in a way, where he threaded the lines there, actually, Mo, and played it in behind. Terrific pass from 2 players, actually, that I've been kind of critical of in possession in that first half. I was very critical of Emerson in possession in the first half and critical of Gio, but they've actually played 2 terrific balls there in behind. 3-0.
Richie coming off and Johnson coming off.
Come
Who's
on.
coming on? Valise. Oh, can Valise get one? Valise Navidad. That'd be too much.
Would love a
going into
Valise
the new
fourth.
year.
Come on, why not? Give us a Valise fourth.
Who came on for Johnson? Gil. Come on, oh, please, Gil. Please give me a New Year's present. Come on, Messi. And the Celso's going off. Does this mean Donnelly? Come on. Give it to me, Ange. Come on,
Brian
Ange.
Hill, Messi, lovely to see.
Come
Who's
on,
Gio
Ange. The
coming on
Celso's
for?
coming off. Who's coming on? Please be the Don Bomb.
Moonhead?
Oh, what?
Why? Why Moonhead?
Oh my God, he's got a mohawk. He thinks he's made it again.
No. Why Moonhead?
Why?
Why?
Of all people.
He's going to be gone anyways.
Maybe he's giving him a good boy, but where's the Don Bomb? That's a joke of a substitution, that one.
He should be giving him a swift
taking
kick to the
piss.
rear is what he should be doing
Shawnee
on his
be
way out of
delighted.
here.
Shawnee be clapping him and everything over there. He's at the game.
Which testimonial does Sean want more, Eric Dyer's or Hugo's?
Oh, great touch by Gill. Oh, we're going to be saucing out for the next few minutes. I can feel it. Let's go for 4.
Oh,
Højbjerg trying to
Højbjerg, man.
stand move there.
Bring him down.
We'll allow it.
And he's not bringing him down
Emerson,
either.
great block.
What a block, Emo. Emo's probably been the better of the two, I would say, this half as well, of the two center backs.
Lo Celso and Richarlison are going in for man of the match for sure.
Yeah, Lo Celso and Richarlison, I'd agree.
Maybe Sonny.
I would say no to Sonny just because, he took his chance, but maybe give it to Emerson, to be honest, but it's not really like a convincing one because he wasn't that great in the first half.
He's grew into the game, don't get me wrong. Second half, him and Davies, I think, the last 20 minutes or 10 minutes, they've been a lot better.
Yeah.
What a ball by Emerson. No, seriously, what a ball.
So needed. So needed.
May as well bring Lloris on at this stage, get him out of the funeral suit. Bournemouth, pull it back.
Oh, no.
That's shocking. Do not let them score a quick second, especially with Arsenal losing. It's on the 89th minute, that game, and if they lose, this will be sensational for us if we can win. Let me have a look at the Premier League table.
Fucking Eric Dyer's on the pitch for 3 seconds, and we end up conceding. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence. He's on the pitch for 3 seconds, and we concede. That's just not a coincidence. I'm sorry.
If we win and Arsenal lose, that puts us 1 point behind Arsenal, 2 points off the top of the table. Unbelievable. Daniel Larson with the super chat. Jacko says, great result in the end, but without a Doji today, we would have lost easy, in my opinion. Man, the match by far. What a player.
Very good point. Udoji. Very good point.
He's going in there.
Very good point, Daniel. Very good point, Daniel.
Oh, Lo Celso ruins him. It's into Valise.
That's a little too much on it there. Well done, Brian. Good bit of pace there.
Go on, ruin someone.
Oh, love that. Love that hill. Good touch from Sonny. Good hold-up play.
Well done,
Sarr!
Yellow card, please.
Well done, Sonny. Way to earn that. Well done, Sonny.
I'd love to put Papamat Sarr in there, but he only played 20 minutes.
I actually think Udoji's a wonderful shout from Daniel Larson, actually, because he did save us defensively. It's not even as much in possession that he's done, great work. It's defensively. He's probably saved 1 or 2 goals, to be perfectly honest.
And he was good going forward today, Jack. The first half, anytime he went forward, he was brilliant.
I agree, but normally we're defending him more, or we're praising him more for his, work going forward. But today, I'd say, geez, yeah, he's probably saved a goal or 2 today. I think Daniel Larson's absolutely spot on. And 3-1, we'll take it, man, Daniel. But, I mean, you're probably a little frustrated to see that we've conceded probably straight away. Oh, Emerson.
Emerson and Dyer. Or Felice.
No, it's Felice. Oh, well done. Hill Messi. Look at the strength. Look at the strength from Hill.
Who said he needs to go, Jim?
He's just embodied whoever that was.
Yeah.
Play him, Poro.
Again. Play him.
Oh, Sonny.
Punish
him, Sonny. Punish him. Punish him.
On the overlap.
Punish him.
Softball.
Yeah! Oh, Hill! Hill!
Oh, no.
Hill!
That was nearly it.
Sonny!
Oh! Someone shoot. Fire.
Oh!
Someone.
How have we not scored?
That was, Emerson. He's absolutely assassinated him. That was so unlucky from Hill. Oh, Bournemouth are away here. Oh, that's all right. Oh, how's he not scored, Jacko? He's like literally on the line.
Oh, my Lord, he's hit off the bar.
Oh, it's dying for Gil Messi. That would have been the ultimate present.
Oh, Hill Messi nearly scoring his first goal in a Tottenham Hotspur stadium.
What's VAR looking at?
Well, it must be something.
Challenged by Emerson, maybe. Oh, they're looking at something on Gil, are they?
Yeah, or likely in the box here, maybe.
Played by Sonny Højbjerg.
Oh,
how's he not scored? There's no even pressure on him.
How's he missed?
Oh,
Hill,
my Lord, it's free. It's 4 yards out.
Oh, Hill, how have you missed?
How has he missed?
Missed a sitter there. Oh, my Lord. Oh.
We've missed some chances there. This could have been 8-0.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been
Saying
8.
that,
It
though,
could have been
Bournemouth missed a hell
8-7.
of a lot of chances
Could
as
have been an
well.
8-6.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well
Oh, go on,
done.
Adoji.
Doji, still pushing.
Brilliant.
Still
Go on, big
pushing.
dog. Oh, go on. Go on.
Show
Do
him
it
the weight room. Oh, he just shoved him
God,
over. Let's
referee.
show him the weight
Go again.
room.
Go again.
Show him the
Oh,
weight
what a
room
man.
again.
What a man. Go down.
Sir!
Yes, that's a penalty.
That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Give it, ref.
He's just been shoving him over. Ref, he's been dragging him down
Oh,
for
look.
yards.
And now people wonder why I think there's an agenda against Adoji.
When is he going to
How
blow
is he
the
not one
advantage? When's he going to blow an advantage? He's been dragged down 3 times there. He's just been
That
dragged
guy
down
has
3
got
times.
incredible strength.
Oh, my Lord.
The old lad said it was a bit far out for Gil. Honestly, though, how's that not a booking on the big dog? How many more times did they want to take him down in the one run? Like, the guy was literally, like, Gadoji, I swear, at one point was carrying him on his back. Surely got to be a penalty. Yeah, Welsh guy says get the card out. You're spot on, Welshie. Yellow card to Adam Smith. Deserves that. Go on, Emerson.
Well done,
He
Emo.
tries to body him.
Concedes a
Don't
corner.
concede from this set piece. Just don't make it a nervy few minutes. Because you know what they'll do. If we concede from here, they'll put up 20 minutes injury time. Oh, this has been a fun game today.
Fun in every sense. Stressful as well.
Win it. Well done. That's it, Sonny. That's it, Sonny. Go on, Sonny. Oh, well done.
Nicked it off of him. Oh, how are you letting him through there? Who just let him through there?
Oh, go on. Well
there you
done,
go.
Sauceberg.
There you go,
Sonny.
Sauce. Alejo
no, what a
Felice
shit
has already
ball.
pulled
Oh,
up.
no, he's done his hamstring. Felice has done his hamstring.
Why did Pierre play him as well? Pierre, you moron. Why did you not just play Sonny?
I think Felice didn't make the run because he had pulled his hamstring. I don't think Neuberg knew. Oh, no. Bournemouth with the shot. Vicario, put it out. He's done. And we have no subs remaining either.
Tyler's like, nah, this medical team.
It's disgraceful. It is disgraceful.
It really is.
We are cursed.
8 minutes out of time. How is there more out of time in this one? Explain that. Dark Sun G, explain this one this time. Dark Sun G, explain it this time. How's it more out of time this time?
Oh, but he's just fucked. He's in agony.
Whoa, something happened.
That's it.
Something's happened.
Yeah, the Bournemouth staff telling them to get on with it. Lacelso to Anne Richarlison. And Ange, go on, Ange, kill him.
Take him, Ange. Take him, man. Take him.
Go on, Ange. Put him in the
Swing.
nookie.
Have a swing.
Go on, big Ange.
Come on, man.
Very angry there. Love to see that. Go
Ange
on.
is not going to be going for beers with Iriola after this one. They're going to be hitting the ring.
I don't know why Bournemouth are wasting more time. That's just stupid. Oh, shut up, Iriola. Send him to the stands, ref. That's it. Red card.
What a mouth
to the stands,
breather.
Iriola. To the fucking stands.
He's a mouth breather.
Felice is in absolute agony.
This is sad to see.
What's Dyer having it? What? If I was the mayor, I'd just tell Dyer, go away. Just go away from me.
I think Dyer already needs a drink. Oh, my Lord. How did Hill miss that? How was Hill miss that?
Way to show me. How did you not score it? That would have been the perfect end to the year. Gil Messi goal. Oh.
Oh, poor kid.
Arsenal have lost. Come on.
Wow, Fulham fucking won. Fulham effing won.
Come on. I can't wait to watch AFTV and Ty blame the Hailstones later.
Wish Big Ange had a
that's it. Well
swing.
done, referee. Yellow card to the Bournemouth bench.
Yeah, Gio.
Okay, Lacelso picks up a yellow. Who else is he looking for? And he gives Ange one. Well, I'm rescinding that yellow for Ange.
Well done for Ange, though. Just paying respects to Simon Hooper, though. He's just,
He looked like he was ready to throw a right hook. Mad man.
I love that he was like, with Simon Hooper, though. He's shown so much respect. He knows that's our man.
Yeah.
You don't want to get him mad. You don't want to get Simon Hooper mad. He's our guy.
Here we go. Jack Darksong G has come in with the reasons why we've got some added on. Royale plus Sadoji plus slight VAR. Also, the Gooners have lost, laughing my ass off.
I don't know,
Darksong G. It's a great new year.
Those were longer. The injuries from the first half, I'd agree with you. Those were much longer, those injuries. I wouldn't say, Royale's was that serious or Udoji's. Like, really, it felt like we kind of quickly did move on. And then, yeah, there was a slight VAR check, but eight added minutes. Come on, Darksong G, man. Come on. 8 added minutes. That's ridiculous.
Feliz is having to be consoled by the whole bench. He's in absolute bits. That's 2 players that are left the pitch crying today. What is going on at Tottenham Hotspur?
It's the medical team letting them down. I think that's why they're just...
What is going on at Tottenham Hotspur? That's 2 players that have left the pitch crying. But you're right, though, Darksong G. Thank you for letting us know, and that always there. Oh, Darksong G, let me know. Do you sit at home with a stopwatch? Every time the game pauses, you're on it. Let me know, lad.
Maybe he's just agreeing with Simon Hooper, as he should, to be fair. He's just, trying to see it through Simon Hooper's eyes.
And Darksong G, what a day with Arsenal losing. If we can hold out here, we're 1 point behind them. 1 point, my man. And they still have an injury crisis to come.
Nope. Stream froze again.
2 points off top. Although your dad's team, Liverpool, would be playing, was it tomorrow? They're going to charge us to watch the last of this class, Jack. That's what it is.
Yeah, things are not doing well over in Brooklyn.
No, it's just that class, lad. They have to put extra fees on it, extra adverts.
Gio channeling the inner spirit of Lamella, says J-Mac. That's very true, actually. Yeah, Gio doing his best.
What is going on here?
Just watching a Xfinity commercial.
Trying to sell us some internet here.
Yeah.
They know my broadband's crap. That's what it is. Who's that player? He went down like he got shot because he got hit with the ball. That's embarrassing. Tavernier.
Tottenham teacher, I love Simon Hooper, man. He's our man. He's a terrific referee. He's probably the best in the game.
Man of the match.
He's probably the best in the game.
It is that time, though, Jacko. Man of the match. I'm going to put one in there now. Any suggestions you want to put forward?
I love Udogi's shout from earlier. Love that shout from Daniel Larson. Well done to you, Daniel Larson, for pointing that out. Richarlison, like you had brought up there. Could you go like... It's hard. I mean, do you go Emerson as well?
I think him and Dave. I think him and Davies were shocking for a large part of the game. I think Emerson grew into the game.
Yeah, they were. It just feels that's a hard one. I wouldn't even know with Gio either, though. I feel like Gio was so much better in the second, but he was shocking in the first.
True.
But I don't know if I really know which one I prefer over the other. Like, I think they were both similar in sort of their first half versus second half. It's hard to say, man. I'd just say Richarlison. Oh, my Lord. Thank God it's towards the end of the game here. Solanke's. Also, as well, Dave, too bad Solanke couldn't get... well, actually, not too bad. I'm glad he didn't score. What am I trying to say? But,
He couldn't take the scrutiny of the striker coach, lad.
Yeah, he couldn't handle the pressure.
People in the chat put together one last suggestion. So, we've got Richarlison, Lo Celso, and Udogie. After that, guys, please... let me know who else you want to be put in. So everyone's putting in the same 3 names. Put in other suggestions. People, some saying Porro.
Gooners losing as well is hilarious. Love Raul Jimenez, Darksong G. Love Raul Jimenez. Thank God of him.
Sarr. I think you can't really put him in for 20 minutes.
I think people are just struggling. People are struggling to come up with one. Vicario, maybe, but it's not really been one of his best games. And not because he's been bad. He just hasn't. A lot of the chances Bournemouth had, they actually just missed.
Yeah.
They actually just hit wide. They didn't even really challenge Vicario all that much. I don't even know if he's made a crack save at any stage. To Dyer, that was such an easy clearance, and he somehow hit it out for a corner.
If no one gives me another suggestion, I'm going to put, what's the referee's name, Jack?
Yeah, I'd go Hooper. Yeah, go Hooper.
Simon Hooper.
Simon Hooper for the fourth
Good
one.
referee today.
Yeah, he's class act. I can't believe we almost got a clean sheet as well this match. That's ridiculous.
Poll is out, guys. Everyone, please get your votes in. So who was your man in the match? Richarlison, he's mine. Lo Celso, Udogie, or Simon Hooper?
I'm going to give it to Udogie for this game. I thought that was a great shout from Daniel.
Oh, look, Udogie's a great shout, but for me, Richie's held the ball up all game and won a lot of defensive important headers and scored.
You never fault Richie as well for you never fault Richie for his effort and his just overall attitude. Also, too, I must say, like, when you've needed somebody just to, engage with the press or just do some of the maybe the things that don't get as noticed, Richarlison is always there doing some of those unselfish sort of kind of things. And he's actually been quite brave today. When we've been getting really frustrated with the headers and the clearances, it's actually Richarlison that's, at certain times, come through for us with some of the clearances.
Let's not forget the first half, when your man went with his foot to take a shot, Richarlison went in with his head diving in,
Yeah, he's
brilliant.
He's a brave guy. He's a brave guy, Big Rich. Moonhead sending a souvenir to Sean. He's giving a souvenir to Sean.
My dad's probably beside him like that as well, trying to catch it. He loves Moonhead.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's what he did. He sent one up to his brother, lad. The brother who went in to defend. He said, this time I'll send the ball in. It's a good cross.
Oh, no. 3-2.
No. Offside.
Nearly a brace for the Tottenham fan.
Lionel clearly got his eyes tested. Well done.
Nearly a brace.
Vision.
Yeah, he's well off. No, he's off. He's off. His shoulder, at least, and his head. Good finish.
Checking it now.
Good finish.
I feel so bad for Udogie or Feliz and Sarr the way they left the pitch today.
Yeah, it's something. Once we get away from the high from the win, I think it is something that it is quite sad to look at towards the future. It is.
VAR really checking this. They're just wasting time for the comeback. Yeah, you're right, Jack. He's way off. I thought it was the guy behind Emerson we're looking at. No, it's the other guy. He's way off. He's about a country mile offside. Oh, do you know what? I'm expecting some guy to come in with a measuring tape one day and get everyone to get back into the positions they were in. It's embarrassing. How long for the lines, Jack? We'll take bets, Jack. How long do you think it'll take before we see lines?
It's a little closer than I first looked at, but I mean, I do feel like he looks offsides there. He does look offside there.
Yeah. I'm going to go with another 30 seconds before they put the lines up.
Yeah, it's offside. Thank you, Simon.
Well done. Great
another class act
by Simon Hooper. Brilliant time waste.
This guy knows how to draw a line.
Big Vic just pumps it long like we're pumping Bournemouth. Let's go.
Yeah, the only team to have beaten Bournemouth in what, like 6-7 games? They're on like 6-7 game, sort of unbeaten run or whatever it was.
Oh, that's it. Oh, ref, come on.
The only team to have beaten them. Well done, Simon. Slow the game down.
Well done. Drag someone over to speak to them as well about the sound. Why not?
Maybe blow it up as well, Simon. Why not?
No, he needs an extra minute. He's waiting. The mother-in-law's arriving late for dinner. He needs to wave at her.
Yep, and he's done it. You listen to me. Come on. 3-1. There you go. Big Ange. Teach him a lesson. Send him back down south.
I love this club, baby. I bloody love it. Put you through the ringer. Come on.
Into the new year. 3-1. Get in. Come on. Big Ange. Showing them a lesson. Showing them how it's done. That's what 3 points looks like. There you go. The revenge we needed. Oh,
Come on, Jacko.
thank God.
Come on.
Come
2
on.
points off top, sitting in 5th place. 2
That
points
as well.
separate top
Can't even
5 teams.
totally forgot as well. It's hard to even think about, the fact that Arsenal have dropped points
Arsenal
as well.
lost.
Two
Gooners
games
are
in a row
bottling.
now. 2 games in a row, and they were celebrating their win against Luton Town, I remember, like as if they had won the league, like a few weeks back, and now they've lost 2 games in a row here. Absolutely
But
incredible.
you know what, though, Jack? They never learn. Top by Christmas, it's their year, and they've always been top at Christmas, but they always bottle it. It's been like that for the last 30 years. It's never going to change.
No, it never changes. It's something that we, it's just lovely to just have a good win today going into the new year and seeing the scum lose as well. And we're 1 point behind them, says Stephen Wilson there as well. I mean, this is terrific. Also, look at all the injuries we've had here, everybody. I said that in the Brighton game. I did. I said as much as we are frustrated with the Brighton game, I mean, Spurs, we deserve to be where we are this season with all the injuries, suspensions, things that have not gone our way. I mean, it is damn impressive to be where we are right now. Credit to Ange Postecoglou as well. Fully behind this project, fully behind Big Ange, in the Big Ange we trust. Going into New Year, going into 2020. This is, 2024, Dave. This is a terrific sort of start to the new year. I mean, it's just, what a relief. What a relief. I'm still exhaling after the second goal. I'm actually still exhaling after that one because that was such a relief. It was at such a knife's edge, it felt like, this game. But 1 point behind the Gooners, 1 point near or at least...
This is dreamland stuff.
Dreamland stuff, exactly right. And Dark Sun G saying, we are the momentum killer. First Everton and now today.
Another one bites the dust. Another one does. And another one does. Come on, that's what we do, Dark Sun G, my man. We are the momentum killers. That's what we are. Absolutely love that. I'll even use Jurgen Klopp's phrase, mentality monsters. Come on, what a win today, man. I'm buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. All I needed going into the new year was a dream that we could achieve the impossible. And it's still alive, burning, brighter than ever before. Come on.
Yeah, and it's beautiful to see these Arsenal heads also as well, low and in shame, Dark Sun G, and the Lego man. He doesn't even know what to do. He doesn't even know what to say. He's trying to figure out how it's a disgrace, but he can't even figure out how it's a disgrace yet. It's actually a disgrace on them, Dark Sun G. But really, this is such needed points. Momentum killers, like you said there, great. Great word, and it's exactly right with the case of Sean Dyche. Absolutely, killed their momentum. And then 2, I look at, maybe Bournemouth here, who were on what, like 6-7 game win run? I mean, geez, they're probably
7 games without loss.
And they took some scalps as well in that time period. Who did they beat as well? I think they had beaten Man United. They'd beaten a few other teams as well in that sort of run. And it's a very important win, but a very tough team. Like Bournemouth, they're good. I'll be frank, they are good. They have good players in that team. They caused us lots and lots of trouble. Fair play to them. They gave us a good fight for the majority of that game. Just took our chances and did something that we didn't do in the Brighton game, which is actually be a little bit more clinical and stay in there, and kept our focus for it. So, and honestly, too, with not even close to our best sort of lineup, we had a midfield of Bentancur, who was just barely fit. We had Pop Sarr, and then as well as Gio Lo Celso in that midfield. Sarr had to go out. Skip had to come in. Højbjerg had to come in. You look at Emerson and Davies, of course, not ideal when it comes to a back line there. And then it's just been a tough slog these past few games trying to get away with these sort of lack of options and this very little squad depth. But we're still towards the top of the table. Credit to Ange Postecoglou. Masterclass from him. And momentum killers. I'm going to start using that, Dark Sun G. That's definitely what we've been so far this season. Great word. Great phrase. Jason Bell. Big up, Jason Bell. Hopefully you have a terrific new year, my man. And hopefully you get to celebrate it in some sort of fashion like we love to out here in America. And he says, well, we got it done, though. It was nervy at times for sure. Really gutted, though, for Sarr and Valise. I think once I come down from the high of the win, Jason Bell, I think I will really have to feel bad for, sort of, especially Valise, because that just he works his tail off when he comes onto the pitch. I think he has been actually all right in the past couple of games when he's made an impact. He's not been completely anonymous or anything like Skip is, and he actually does try to make an impact. And it's just to see that happen it is dreadful to see. It really is. And he knows when he's running on that pitch, he's running his guts out. He really is. He just seems to put in every possible effort for us. And, you just have to feel for him. And actually, same thing for Pop Sarr, right? The kid's constantly running, constantly getting stuck in. He's such an energy and such a needed player in this team. And to see him go down as well, and to miss Afcon, which, as much as, we're sad to see him injured for our own team, let's be frank, like Senegal are probably one of the big favorites ahead of the Afcon tournament. It's a real pleasure and a real privilege, I imagine, to play for that team because they are such a good national side and they are kind of one of the favorites ahead of the Afcon tournament. And it probably would be terrific for a kid of his age to be involved in probably a lot of it. I bet he's probably going to get a lot of minutes if he weren't injured in that Afcon tournament. So I really do feel bad for Sarr, not only for us, but I do feel bad for him and his sort of role for Senegal, because it's an amazing team to play for. They're a very good team, and you just have to feel bad for him. Such a young age, it's such a great opportunity, and it's sad he might miss it.
Look, it's not every day you have a genuine opportunity to go and win a medal with your country, go and win an international recognised tournament. You know what I mean? That opportunity is being snatched away from him. I feel sort of really sorry for the kid because I thought he was very hard done by at Tottenham last year underneath Antonio Conte not starting games. I was consistently calling for him to start. He took his goal very well today. He looked confident. He was absolutely bossing that midfield. And the biggest compliment you can play him that when he came off, we reverted back to type for a large period of that game.
Yeah.
But look, at the end of the day, we dug in. That some of the great teams, regardless of what goes on, you find a way. But I do feel sorry for Sarr. You can see straight away, he knows he's out of the Afcon. He was crying, he was distraught leaving the pitch. Same with Valise, and I think with Valise, it's a different type of frustration because there was a real opportunity there, a goal in there for him today to be able to capitalise on his goal last week and try and get her a bit of momentum. Now he's going to have a long injury setback, a long layoff. You've got Scarlett back at the club, people like that. So, Donnelly putting pressure on him and stuff like that as well. So it puts him further down the pecking order and makes it even harder for him. But what I will say is I do love the emotion that them kids are showing, how much they really want to be out there, how badly they really want to be playing. That emotion is a good thing. I love that from them. But look, I feel sorry for them. I would say if all Spurs fans could rally around them, everyone watching today, if you follow them on social media, send them some good luck messages and stuff like that, because they will need us Spurs fans to pick them up, and they won't forget it either. But look, we got the job done. Nervy, it was nervy for quite a period of time, but the best teams find a way, and that's what we've done. We're up there now, 2 points off top. How far can we take it? That's the question.
Yeah.
Let me know, Jason.
Yeah, really great to have you as always, though, in the house, Jason. Very nervy one, like you say there, but we got through. Let's ride the high of this win. From a while back, I might have missed this one, so Al Ben, if you are still listening, I do apologize. He said no good striker does what Richie does there. Not the answer. I think Richie put in a very good performance, at least in sort of the work rate, but I agree with you, Al. Like, in terms of his wastefulness, he can be wasteful. Like, he had probably 2 good chances to give us that sort of breathing room, and he didn't. We had to wait for Sonny, I guess, to do it. And credit to one of them, to actually getting us that second goal, that needed breathing room for the defense, because the defense is not going to hold out. The defense is not going to hold out. They need that confidence, from a second goal to see the game through. And Richie had 1 or 2 chances to do so. But I do think Richie, I don't feel like he deserves as much criticism as maybe some might give him. I do think it was, another pretty decent display from him. He works very hard off of the ball. He's a very brave player as well on a lot of occasions. And I think some of the things that maybe you see with strikers like Harry Kane, maybe a Vlahovic, like a Benzema, those sort of guys, they have sort of that, they're typical big clinical strikers, big names, but Richie does things that some of those guys don't in terms of his overall work rate, his sort of bravery as well, just his overall shithousery, kind of goes a long way for us too. But I agree with you, Richie can be wasteful, but I still think he's in good form right now. I still think this was another all right game for Richie, and he's in good form for us.
Look, I'm just gonna be fair here. If we're gonna criticize Richarlison for missing 1 or 2 chances today, then Son also deserves the same criticism, right?
Yeah.
He also missed a couple of chances as well. The reality is, Richarlison took his opportunity, got on the score sheet, and it capped off an absolute brilliant game from him all around. Yes, we can hone in on the couple of chances he misses, but I do feel we're getting to the point where it's sort of starting to be a bit unfair on the guy. Right, when we saw Harry Kane, everyone knew you're not going to get a Harry Kane started player in here. Everyone kept telling me that, so we know this, right? But with Richarlison, like, with Harry Kane, we didn't harp back about the chances that he missed. Harry Kane missed chances. We
Yeah.
never looked back and scrutinised him once he scored a goal and stuff like that. And I do feel like we're getting to that point with Richarlison where I feel like it is slightly being harsh. What you want is your striker to score. He done that today. All round, he's hold up play for large periods of time when Son and Johnson were missing. He was the only one holding up the ball and bringing others into play. And defensively, he was brilliant. So I feel like we are getting at the point where it's maybe a bit harsh on Richarlison. And if you're going to criticise Richarlison for missing them chances, Sonny also missed a few.
Yeah, I guess you have to be sort of fair about it at the end of the day. Big up to you, though, Alben. Once again, I apologize. I think that got lost in sort of the game at some stage, so I do apologize for not getting to that sooner, sort of in the moment. But big up, and really do appreciate your support for the channel. And Adrian Chia saying, Happy New Year, lads. Hope you enjoyed the script. Another stressful one, Adrian, but that's typical with you. We gotten used to that with yourself. You love to throw in a stressful script for us, but I mean, a 3-1, you'll take that any day of the week. And also, Leighton Evelyn, if you're listening, my friend, got spot on with my prediction there. Happy Clapper scoreline came through today with the prediction with the 3-1. And Adrian, I'll take a 3-1 script, no matter how stressful it ends up being, no matter how much I feel like, Spurs are causing me, these heart troubles, when it comes to just the overall heart rate and everything like that, Spurs can be a toll on it. But I mean, if we'll take a 3-1, it's always worth it. The high from a 3-1, especially against a team like Bournemouth, which is weird to say, but a team I was very afraid of going into this game because they've been in fine form. Guys like Solanke caused teams plenty of trouble this season, and luckily we kept them at bay, I guess, for periods of it and got through with it. So a script we'll enjoy, and a happy new year to you, sir. I hope maybe you have a few more, Dave, maybe a few more walkers and a few more kind of, chips and stuff that he can feast on now, Adrian, to deal with it.
No, look, I think he can ease off now. He can go and have a salad, He doesn't need that comfort eating anymore now that we've got over the line. But look, Adrian Chia, happy new year to you, my man. Hopefully you're going into the new year singing Richie's on fire. Your defense is terrified. Richie's on fire. Ooh, na 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 na. Come on, Adrian, let's get the party started, brother.
Get the party started, Adrian, you absolute legend. And Kamikaze, good to see you, Kamikaze. And I tried to remember to shout you out earlier. Maybe I did not, but it's good to see you as always in the house. And he says, Happy New Year, everybody. Already 2024 here in Australia, and it's a great start so far. Here's to a great transfer window. 2 a.m. FC for the win. Big up to you, Kamikaze. And shout out as well to all the Australian listeners, Korean listeners, everybody on any sort of side of the world that has to get up at stupid o'clock to get for these games. I rarely have to do it. I'm very lucky to be on the East Coast and sort of have a much easier sort of schedule. But anybody that's also American who has to wake up on the West Coast, it can be rough. I had to wake up at, I think, 4:30 a.m. this morning to get ready, just sort of slap myself together, pretty much just give myself a motivational speech in front of the mirror, saying, you know what, you have to sort of wake yourself up here. And it's just one of those, Kamikaze, that, you just always get up for Spurs, right? And when Spurs pay you the favor, when they actually give you the win, it makes it worth it. Really does make it worth it. So shout out as well to all of our Australian listeners, all the people like yourself there who have gotten up at so many crazy times to watch games, and really do appreciate your support, and a great start to 2024 indeed there. And Kamikaze also is a member. You've been with us, I believe, a pretty long time, if I can remember correctly. So also shout out as well to yourself for just supporting the channel and all the different ways that you do. Happy New Year to you, man. 2024! And
Yeah.
Dark Sun G saying Ange is making miracles with these injuries. The God. That's what I was trying to point out earlier, Dave, is this is why Ange needs to be given that faith. He needs to be backed. This is why we do believe, you and myself here, we do believe in the process. We do believe in Ange because he's been able to get such convincing results and also just able to keep us towards the top of the table despite all the setbacks, despite all of the different sort of things that haven't gone our way. Ange has persevered.
Do you know what I like about Ange, Jack? When we have sort of got into a bit of rud, he's made a couple of changes here or there to sort of spark a bit of injection back into us, which is where maybe Conte sort of failed to do that. Ange will try different things. He'll try a few different personnel. Look, I still think he needs to start going with a Dorrington and a Phillips at centre-back going forward if he really wants to maybe drive us out of this rut, because I do believe in their talent. I do think they're good enough. But look, I absolutely love Ange Postecoglou, Jack. This is why I was always saying to you behind the scenes. I remember saying to you, if Daniel Levy had the balls, Ange would be the right man for Tottenham with the style of play, to what he's done at Celtic, and he's come here and he's completely replicated it. But look, it hasn't been easy, right? It's been a baptism of fire for Ange Postecoglou. Injuries to deal with. He's best striker leaving, the best striker in the world leaving. A lot of injuries to deal with. A lot of squad problems that were here long before he arrived. The leadership in the dressing room was non-existent. The players had the full run in the dressing room, and he's completely flipped that 180 on its head, and he's driven this club forward. And every single one of us are in a marching band right behind him, singing the tune, I'm loving Big Ange instead. And it's the style of football as well. Again, 180. But look, I just hope the board don't look at this and go, oh, we've got a right guy on our hands here. We don't need to go all out. He can deal with this. I hope the board actually look at it and realise they've got a golden opportunity here that will probably not present itself again for quite some time, where any team inside the top five can really grasp it, go on a run, and win that league. We've got some favourable fixtures up until April, and then we've got a lot of the big six back to back. So up until April, we just need to keep chipping away and put points on the board. But they have to help Ange in the window. Even how fit is Adoji after today? We don't know. So, Kulu, how fit is he after having a knock? I know he's suspended today. Don't forget he picked up a knock at the end of the game. Our players are dropping like flies. And they better back this guy because they actually have the right guy. And I've said this before. The difference between him and Pochettino is when Pochettino got to the finals, it was also the squad's first time. So no one in and around really had that sort of experience. You'd argue Hugo Lloris was the most experienced because he had done
Yeah.
the work. So,
Yeah.
he didn't really know how to handle any of the environment stuff like that. It was his first time sort of being there with everyone else. And just being there, he's done it. And he will know how to handle the occasion. Plus, he has the speeches to be able to rile the players up as well. So just the board need to help him to get us back there, and he'll deliver.
Yeah, well said. He has been absolutely terrific for us this season, Dark Sun G. Despite all the setbacks, Ange has persevered. You have to believe in this guy. You definitely have to. Big up to you, man. And hopefully this win can get you maybe feeling a bit better about, or can get you feeling a little bit better. I'm sorry that you're feeling a bit sick and everything as well, man. That does suck. And I know a lot of people have been feeling that way this sort of time of year. Just feels like sort of whatever it is. Maybe it's that London hail and rain and weather sort of just, bringing out, some of the sickness. But I hopefully you do recover sometime soon, Dark Sun G. And I imagine this win will help you. Sean Maddox saying, gutted for the injuries, but we got it across the line. Still disappointed that Ange won't play the academy lads, though. Let's toss this Deadwood in January. Dave, I think Sean Maddox is almost competing with yourself here to get the Deadwood out and bring in the academy players. It's like you guys are cut from the exact same cloth with it. And he's also as well gutted about the injuries, which we've definitely expressed a lot about, and well said there, Shawnee. But yeah, maybe if you were to have maybe some slight sort of, I don't know, like kind of amendment or whatever to the game. I mean, once again, maybe Ange not completely leaning on some of the academy kids when he could have, but I don't know. Like, what are your thoughts maybe with Sean Maddox about getting rid of this Deadwood so that we can, right, bring in the academy players?
I don't understand it. Look, maybe it's a case that some of these players are going into the shop window, but you're playing a risky and a dangerous game by doing that. My biggest point is we've purposely lowered the average age of the squad with the signings we've made. We've made huge investment into that academy, not only building a state-of-the-art academy to produce world-class players, but also the coaching, the sport, everything else around it. It's a top-class academy. We're now producing kids, whereas before we produced one or two and they wouldn't sign on a new contract because the pathway was blocked and they'd be off across Europe making a name for themselves. You're looking at the shit that we've got and you're like, hang on, he'd be more use than that guy. And I feel we could end up going into making the same mistakes here again if we're not careful. I know some people will say, oh, well, how'd you know they're ready? Well, I listed off two quotes, one that he said about Phillips and one that he said about Dorrington in his press conferences. Both, he said they were ready. So that takes that argument out of the equation. He also said, I'll give Bolt an opportunity when the opportunity arises. On this one, and when you look back at Ange's history at the clubs he's been at, He's always given youngsters a chance. He's notorious for it. Even his book, I think that he released in 2017, he spoke about it, you know. If I see a youngster, I'll throw them in the fire, see if they're good enough. If not, I'll ship them out because there's no point in wasting more money on them. But he will not give them that opportunity. And for me, I can't understand why, because it was the same with Nuno, it was the same with Conte, it was the same with Jose. None of them gave any of the youngsters an opportunity despite other players not putting in performances. And for me, I don't like doing this all the time, and I'm not one of them that always resorts back. But when you hear Terry Sherwood talk about basically Daniel Levy asking him to play Soldado over Harry Kane,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
I wonder, has there been them conversations?
Yeah.
I just don't get it. For me, would the Dorrington or a Phillips done any worse than what Ben Davies and Emerson produced for the majority of that game? No. Would they have done any worse against Brighton? No. And every other club across this Premier League are blooding a youngster, giving them opportunities. We're not.
Yeah, no, well said there, and I just hope that Ange can see the benefit of, you know, including these guys in the team, because I actually, weirdly enough, and this might sound like twisted logic here, but I've said this to Dave on a couple of occasions, Sean, I actually think he puts less pressure on himself by actually including some of these younger players, because you can see the reaction in the chat when we throw in the Deadwood. Everybody gets very upset. We feel like the game could be lost when they come into the team. I'm not sure there would be that sort of reaction if he actually gave some of these younger players a chance, but it is something to think about for the future, and absolutely time, again, to get rid of some of this Deadwood, and it's something that Spurs do occasionally struggle with, right, and not being ruthless enough with that Deadwood. But so far, maybe, you know, guys like Dyer could be out the door. Who knows? I guess, you know, it's harsh to say with Hugo that he's a part of that category, but, you know, he did need to go. He's also gone now. Now we at least have, you know, instead of 6 keepers in the squad, we now have 5 or 4, which is makes things a little easier on us. So, you know, in a way, we're getting it started here. But big up to you, Shawnee Maddox, and BM, and also Happy New Year to you as well, Sean. Yeah.
Happy New Year to you and everybody out there. Happy New Year to everyone, because I know some people might leave early. But look, Shawnee, I would hope the FA Cup game you might see a couple, the likes of a Donnelly, a Dorrington, a Phillips, people like that. And you don't have to put them in with shit players. You can put them in around some of the decent players and go for the win. So that's my only hope. If not, and they're not going to use them, loan them out so you don't stunt their development. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Let's hope so. They get that chance. BM says, no worries. BM saying Royale, Lo Celso, Udogie, and Son were monsters today, in my opinion. Some people giving Son a harsh time, but he created a lot of chances, so props to him. Yes, BM. I actually brought that up at some stage in the game where I felt like Sonny, I think you can agree with me that he was a bit wasteful on occasion with some of the chances that he did have to sort of give us that breathing room. But I wouldn't say he was just, you know, not doing anything. Like, he was actually quite creative. He played a few nice passes as well to sort of create chances for others. He has that really great sort of timing of the first time sort of pass, you know, to create little spaces and open up the opposition, because he's not like a lot of wingers that every single time when they pick up the ball, they take 2, 3, 4 touches and then eventually sort of just give it back to where they came from. Sonny does switch it up, right? He'll receive the ball, run right at his man, try to take him on, or he'll might play a nice little first time flick into somebody, and, you know, something can kind of spark from there. And he did have that one very lovely, you know, cushioned sort of, you know, on the floor pass, you know, between the lines to Richarlison, that Richarlison just shanked to the left with his left, and he really should have buried that, and that would have been an assist for Sonny. And I actually think Sonny and Richarlison do have a good relationship with each other. They do seem to be able to find each other. They know how to work with each other, and they create for each other. Also, too, I think Sonny and Udogie have a great relationship down that left wing. I don't really see where the criticism comes from when it comes to Sonny and sort of his ability on the left wing. I wouldn't say the last 2 games have been his best games by any means, but I think since he's moved over to that left wing again, he's shown his versatility, and he's showing that he still can be very effective on the wings, and that's me personally. But Royale, I think, too, maybe... Yeah, I think in the first half he just received a lot of hate, you know, a lot of sort of, you know, harsh criticism because he wasn't really that great sort of defensively or in possession, but he did put out some fires when needed to. And then in the second half, he was really a lot better. And also that pass he played in behind to Brendan Johnson or whoever it was that was that, you know, slip ball in behind from was a terrific pass. And Lo Celso as well had a terrific pass in the second half. So I think there were a lot of, you know, much better performances from individual players in the second half, especially from Royale and Lo Celso. And then Udogie was actually my man of the match personally, BM. I think Udogie was just so good. I think always going forward, right? He's always a great impact going forward, but it was more defensively. Genuinely, he saved, I think, Emerson as well as Ben Davies on a couple of occasions with sort of those recovery runs that he makes. And also when Solanke maybe thought that he was clean through, all of a sudden you're seeing this Udogie just barreling through, right, to nick the ball off of him. And he's also such a powerful player, Udogie, that he really can shove players like Dominic Solanke off the ball. He's not an easy guy, I imagine, to try to get rid of and try to move the ball off of, and he does a good job of it, Udogie, despite how young he is and coming up against players like that. So yeah, a lot of chances I think Sonny did create. And maybe just quickly on that, Dave, I think you and I, one of us brought that up, right, where we said yes, Sonny has been wasteful, but he's not been completely useless or anything. Like, he has created chances for others. It's just normally you don't say, Sonny's been wasteful for today. It's not something you usually say that often. And so he eventually did bury his chance. But I would agree with BM. He did create chances for others.
No, look, he did create chances. Look, that first half,
no one was
I thought
that great.
Son and Johnson, there was a large period where the two of them were anonymous for the game. But then I suppose what we probably need to maybe take from this is that they do have them moments where they can spark you into life and just kill off teams like that. How quickly did we kill off Bournemouth once we got the second, third, bam? Gill could have killed it off with a 4. True. So one thing they can do is they can have them periods where they go missing, but they spark into life. And what I love about Sonny, you're looking at it, third time again, he slowed it down. You're like, oh, if he's wasting another one, and it's just going to be one of them days. But the great thing about Sonny, he just readed all the other chances he missed right out of his brain, composed himself, and took that one. And you could see it meant a lot to him as well, Look, I think a lot of the narrative comes that he did struggle against Everton for the second half of that game, despite scoring the goal. And he did struggle in against Brighton, but everybody did. But when you needed him most to step up and kill the game, he bloody delivered, and that's why he is the player he is, my man. It's not like he hasn't done it before. He's been very important for Tottenham. He's always chipped in with goals in important times and stuff like that. So, look, I can understand the frustration because I myself, especially in the first half, it did look like to me that Son was maybe saving himself a little for Korea, which I sort of also understand. He's 31, 32. He's not getting any younger. Last. Yeah. It could be his last sort of real chance at a tournament with Korea. Next one after that be the World Cup. Did he have a chance of winning that? Probably not. So, I can understand that as well. But at the end of the day, he stood up and he delivered when we needed him most.
Well said. Very well said. Big up to you, BM. And I agree with everything you say there, BM. Believe me. And that's why some of these guys are in our man of the match poll at the moment. Shawnee Maddox gifting a membership. Really nice of you, Sean. Very, very generous of you, sir. I'm kind of a little bit catching up with the chat here, so I can't actually see who it actually was given to. But Sean, at some stage, we'll be able to figure out who it was given to, and really do appreciate that that generosity there, and just making someone else, feel more included in the community. So many great things that come with the membership. And
so it's bald bean counter, Felix. Big up, Felix.
Back in
He's
there,
always
Felix.
The recipient. That's like 3 this year.
And speaking of actually the fantasy, when you talk about Felix, someone in the chat there, I think it was Kamikaze, if you're still listening, Kamikaze, said that I could have scored, I haven't checked in on it, he said I might have 71 points from the fantasy this weekend. That would be absolutely amazing. I mean, I'd be buzzing with that one. I'd be buzzing if that's really true. Big up Felix, big up Bald Bean Counter, big up Shawnee Maddox, and big up Kamikaze. And THFC till I die. Good to see you, Dermatron.
Just quickly, it also says you gave one away to Virusly.
I did give one to Wearsly. I just couldn't even know who I gave it to, so I didn't bother mentioning. I don't even know who it went to. I don't even know who it went to. Wearsly. Big up Wearsly. Big up Wearsly. Very, very nice of you to also just pick us as your watch-along destination, Wearsly. And also anybody else who has chosen us as the destination. So many out there, so many different channels, so many different places to go, and you guys all pick us, and it's really, really nice, and we really do benefit from just having such a large community that can enjoy and also stress out during these games with us. It really is terrific. So we really do appreciate all of you. And Dermatron saying, Happy New Year. I am now a Richie fan. Come on. Come on, you Harris Harvey. Come on, you Flat Cap Barbie. Come on, you Spurs. Like I sort of pointed out, Dermatron, that one time when I said maybe Richie could score today, it looked like you weren't too happy that I mentioned he would score. Didn't look like you wanted him to score. And now you're on the pigeon train and he's prue-prooing all around the house. He might be the one man man in Wexford, Dave, that's doing the pigeon dance right now.
Look, you know, ever since Ange has shown the fate in him, you can't argue. Richie has repaid that fate. He was very unlucky not to score against Brighton during the week as well. Look, Jack, I was saying all game, you know, I did say give Richarlison one more chance, he'll bury it, and he did. He absolutely took it. And I really wanted that pigeon celebration right before New Year, so I want to enjoy that sort of moment with you and the Spurs fans before we head into the New Year. And I got my wish. Look, I get the criticism around Richie for quite some time. I was even frustrated with him at a point. Don't get me wrong, you know, don't get me twisted in this. However, I did say move Son back out left, put Richie down the middle, give yourself a presence in the box. You look a lot more balanced going forward, and you'll kill teams off. And since that, Ange Postecoglou listened to your boy, or since I texted him with my advice, he's listened and he's made that change, and we've benefited from it. And I just hope now people give Richarlison a bit of time. Let's just get off his case till the end of the season, and let's see what he can do. Because believe it or not, as soon as we lost against Brighton, straight away the Richie rumours were back out. You know, about Saudi still being interested. Convenient that. As soon as the guy doesn't score, the rumours are back out. Get off his case, and this is to media, get off his case, give him to the end of the season, let the guy breathe, and let's see what he can produce.
And Sonny as well has been just carrying us this season.
Happy New Year, Dermo.
Happy New Year, Dermotron. And Sonny's been carrying us this season in the finishing department, and it's great to see that someone's helping him out in Richarlison. Someone has finally stood up and has helped the guy out, and it's nice to know that now we have two guys, you know, almost ahead of every game now that we can put a score prediction behind. You know, like, you know, when it comes to Moondog's early scores, used to pretty much always be, you know, Sonny, and now we can actually throw Richie in there, which is just a great news. And big up to you, Dermotron. Hopefully you have a wonderful New Year, sir.
Jack, just quickly, if I was a betting man and I had a $5 spare, would you put it on Richie to bag 15 plus goals this season?
What's he on now? Someone said 5-5 in his last recent. He's had 5-5.
5 goals, and is it 5 goals, 4 assists or something like that he's on?
Wow, I mean that's like it's the 4 assists as well. That's actually pretty impressive. You have to be honest, right? Because having 9 goal contributions is probably well more than people like Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, so many guys that are under no pressure at all whatsoever. Guys that are almost kind of media darlings, you know, around sort of the Premier League, and yet Richarlison still gets so much pressure and so much hatred. It's a fair point. I'd say I'd stick with the. What did we sort of say? I think it was like 14 or 15 that you brought up there that we said that's probably enough, you know, for Richie to really, you know, sort of put away the haters, put away sort of the critics. 15, I think, and the critics are pretty much silenced for a little bit. So I'd say, could he get to 15? Halfway through the season, though, like it'd be tough. You know, that's a lot of goals, but we'll see. He needs probably a hat trick or maybe a brace, you know, to get there. He probably needs a hat trick or a brace to get there. But I'd take right now this run of form is just I'm delighted with it. I'm delighted with it. This run of form. I'm gonna say he does, but that's hard work. Hard work to get to 15 from here.
Look, if he stays injury free, I think he'll get there. One thing, even when he wasn't taking his chances, the one thing with Richie, he always still got into all the positions to be there, you know, to be out to get the strike off. And if he continues that, he will bag the goals.
His hold-up play has also improved dramatically. His hold-up plays, like he's not a walking giveaway anymore. Like in the beginning of the season, he was just walking giveaway with the ball, and now he's not, which is just a huge added relief. And Darkson G as well, saying now hopefully we get transfers for Burnley and Man United. Come on, you Spurs, Dragusin. Hopefully you're jealous of what you're seeing right now, sir. Get into this team. We need you as soon as possible. We need center backs through the door. And I'd hope we actually go for potentially another center back, to be perfectly honest, Darkson G. I know that maybe it looks like it could be either Todibo or Dragusin. I could understand why that's the case, but I feel like Spurs could be cheeky enough to go after another center back of some kind, or maybe, right, we have Phillips and Dorrington. Perhaps they might be sort of the preferred choices to sort of fill in for maybe Davies or for Van de Ven or Romero with Dragusin. But I don't know. I'm sort of getting a bit sort of greedy here, and I just feel like I don't want to see the Emerson-Davies combination anymore. Like, I really just don't want to ever have to watch that or witness it again. So that almost means, like, get as many center backs through the door as possible for me. But yeah, I mean, get some transfers in here. And also with some of the midfield departures, you know, you might see a Højbjerg, of course, leave. That means we're going to have to replace him. Pop Matasar's injury, I'm not sure how serious that might be. Also, Basuma out for Afcon. Could be some players that, you know, you think about, right, that might need to come in here. And of course, Lo Celso and Bentancur, huge opportunity for them to step up as well. Big up to you, Dark Sun G. I would love to come up and get another big win against Man United. Just feast on their bones at their place. And Aurochs Beats saying, I'm only celebrating if we sign quality players. Dave, this win feels good, but I bet a big signing would also feel good as well.
Yeah, look, we need signings. There's no doubt about that. I'd argue we probably need three. One at centre back, one at centre mid, and one in the forward line. Right throughout the Spaniard team. Just give it a bit of pizzazz, you know what I mean? But look, when it comes down to quality signing, I think that comes down to the individual looking at the player, right? Well, I might say it's a quality player. Other people may say, look, oh no, that's a shit player, Dave. One thing I will say is I don't think it'll be signings that are going to absolutely blow your socks off your feet, right? Like Mbappe is and people like that. But what I would say is let's give the recruitment a chance. I think they've earned it, right. They Don Paratici, and I'm going to call him the Don, and everyone else should follow suit, by the way. He's took a lot of stick at this football club.
Yes.
But I think the whole crux of it that was missed is that he still had to do it under Daniel Levy. And he's put up with the limitations and stuff like that that's placed on all these guys coming in here, and he still made it work. I think he deserves a lot more credit than what he actually does get. But they've and a lot of his signings, look, the ones we made over the summer, spot on. But you also go back and look at a lot of Paratici signings. A lot of them have also been spot on before Ange Postecoglou got here, but they were being dragged down by the dregs of our squad, who are also trying to drag them back down now. But he's earned the chance. The recruitment team have earned the chance for us to get off their case and let them cook, So give them that opportunity this January. We've seen in summer, last summer, so many people, as soon as we pulled out of the Raya deal and brought in Vicario, typical Tottenham cheapest, But look how that's worked out. We got the better of the two. So let's not knee-jerk and give the recruitment a chance. Because one thing we have done here, and we make it harder for players to come here and succeed, is we write them up before they even arrive. And if you think they're not a player sitting in a car being trophy-driven somewhere, looking at the first fans' reactions to see what it is they're signing, and that's some of the first shit they see, it already puts them under pressure. So when the players are signed, let's give them a chance before we make criticisms of them.
Well said. Very well said. And let's hope we get some more through the door here, Aurochs Beats. And THFC Till I Die says, I am the Spurs prophet and always will be. Come on, you Spurs. Prophetron, not sure if you have any proof for sort of your prophesizing or, your predictions, because I've not only apparently had a great week in the fantasy, clearly I had a great day in the bets. I actually had Fulham to win, and I also had Spurs to either win 3-0, 3-1, or 3-2. And that returned a big 100 for me, Big Dermatron. So I must say, I don't know how much of the Prophetron you are. It looks like I might be the Prophetron today, sir. And I love just going for a nice 3-0 win for Spurs in any situation, just in case it does happen. Then usually get some big, returns for it. But Prophetron, maybe I might take that title from you just for today. But big up to you, sir.
He's working hard to claim it, though, isn't he? I'll give him that. He's working hard to try and claim that title.
As he should be. Big up to you, Dermatron. Hopefully you're all right, sir. And like I said earlier, and Dave said as well, hopefully you have a wonderful new year. And maybe Wexford, hopefully it's not raining or hailing too much on you over in Wexford, because it looked pretty awful in London tonight. I mean, also, maybe that could be a reason for part of the reason why maybe some of the play did slow down a bit. I mean, I could barely even, when they zoomed in on Vicario, you could barely even see, the guy, like with some of that rain and some of that hail. Looked pretty bad out there. But yeah, really, really good to see.
If they get that weather in Wexford, they'll have power outages and everything else. They can't afford it down there, Jack.
Definitely not. Dark Sun G says, and just doing better than Conte based on the first 5 months. Interesting point, Dark Sun G. And what I would say that I've said about Conte and Jose, as much as I've defended them, as much as I do genuinely like them, they did make a rod off their own back on a couple of occasions where when the pressure did, when the pressure was on, when some results started, when some bad results started happening, they didn't exactly make it better with some of their press conferences, with some of their sort of post-match, sort of reactions and things like that. Whereas Ange, maybe when he sort of had to, but I would imagine it was hard to, he took sort of the high road, right? And he would sort of take the blame himself, or he would give an excuse to the players, or he just sort of calm things down a bit and sort of take the attention away from us. He wouldn't exactly make it even worse or sort of hyper escalate sort of the tensions that were already there. Whereas, let's be perfectly honest, with Conte and with Jose, on plenty of occasions when things don't go our way or their way, they do sometimes make it a bit worse with some of their, kind of emotional reactions to things and whatnot. Whereas Ange, credit to him, he's such a sort of calm and composed guy that I think he does sort of add a bit of sort of just composure and just sort of, not too reactionary of sort of, not too reactionary of sort of responses, after the game or when things don't go their way, whereas Ange has done a good job about that. And I think that's allowed us to keep this sort of squad cohesion, even the cohesion around the club. The reason why we as fans all love each other right now and all seem to be getting along a lot more is also because I think this sort of calm and composure that Ange has been adding to things. Whereas Conte and Jose, as much as, again, I've defended them and liked them, they did not. Like, they made it at plenty of times more toxic, and they sort of just made it harder for us to really gel together as a fan base or even as a squad or as a club. And Ange has done a really good job at bringing everybody together. And that was actually one of the first things he sort of had to do, and he's done it very quickly in sort of bringing the whole community and the whole sort of Spurs group together.
Let's not forget, though, I do think we do show Conte a bit of unfairness. He jumped in midway through the season. He qualified us for Champions League out
Did
of
us a
nowhere that
service.
season. I do think we do him a disservice in that regard. He brought us back to the promised land. Now, and the start of the following season, let's not forget, we were right up there come December. We were still up there. But it tailed off, form completely dropped. And even though it dropped for quite some time, we were still up there. We still had a chance of Champions League football, it's sort of towards the end of the season. What I will say is that this squad have shown similar patterns that they could revert back to that at any moment, any opportunity, especially with the injury crisis we're going through. So we're not out of the woods yet. And people also forget, Conte also had to deal with a massive injury crisis as well, a massive injury list. But look, where I think Postecoglou gives themselves a lot more credit is like what Jack was saying. The first thing he done when he said he walked in here, you're going to play my way and I'll take the blame if something goes wrong. That gives players so much freedom to express themselves and stuff like that. Whereas with Conte and Jose, it's more, you do that, you're dropped. You do that, I'll expose you, and it sort of puts fear into a player. And I think that's the massive difference. And I think that's why Ange will probably get the longevity out of it where they didn't.
Yeah, completely agree. Big up, though, Dark Sun G, and I see where you're coming from. Believe me, I do see where you're coming from, but I sort of do agree with Dave there. It's just slightly different with Ange, though, at least when it comes to, I think, his overall attitude in and around the club for sure. And then also, too, Dark Sun G saying, dire curse, he's in the squad. We get reds and injuries. The dire curse is really just Bournemouth were just missing chances left and right when he was off the pitch. But then the moment that he comes onto the pitch, they bury, two chances straight away. Yeah. And that was definitely a sign of maybe the dire curse for me, Dark Sun G. But he is just a living, walking curse. I can't wait to be gone with him. Really can't. And I hope that we find some destination as far away as possible, really. Maybe LAFC. Maybe head on over there. It's nice and sunny, pretty far away from London, England. Imagine he'd have a great time over there. Maybe the farm life isn't as great for Dyer. I know he enjoys his farm and his goats and things like that. Must say probably over in LA it's not as great for that sort of thing. But wherever he feels like, he can continue his love of farming and not his love of football for me, Dark Sunshine. But yeah, it really is quite hilarious that we conceded within seconds of him coming onto the pitch. Doesn't seem like a coincidence. And then he also says Richie has more goals and assists than Mudryk and Antony. This is where the narrative sort of comes into play with Richarlison. Like, Richarlison gets so much heat and so much hatred for any missed chance, any sort of just bad touch or whatever. Whereas guys like Mudryk and Antony have just been given excuse after excuse or not even really been put under that much criticism or pressure. I mean, Antony as well. I mean, the guy is just a walking TikToker. I mean, he's just not an actual footballer. He just has a bunch of skills and tricks that don't even mean anything or go anywhere. And Richarlison has done more in a Spurs shirt than Antony ever has in a Man United kit. And also Mudryk, as much as I actually had a lot of faith in him, he does sort of just, he's kind of just I don't know, it's just, he's a funny player, I think, Mudryk. He's also quite pathetic at times. And Richarlison, weirdly enough, his whole time since coming to Spurs, I think has been under more pressure than Mudryk or Antony. And he actually was 30 million, 40 million, 50 million less than those guys, right? I mean, Antony cost 90 million pounds. I think Richarlison was around 60 million euros. And what is it? I mean, Mudryk was like well over 100 million or something like that. So the fact that, I mean, Richie gets more pressure, more heat than those guys is quite baffling at times. It does speak to a narrative.
Yeah, look, he's also doing better in the Premier League than Saka, Martinelli, what's that, Hoyland, so many other players out there. Look, the fact that Jack's right, he does get a hard narrative in the media, and look, maybe that podcast, that shitty podcast that no one listens to, Callum Wilson and that West Ham idiot who bought Croydon with Stormzy recently. I mean, maybe that's the best thing they ever done because they've inspired Richie. Apart from Jack with his early morning Richie runs and stuff like that, them two with their bad words have inspired Richie. And I love that. And long may it continue. He's on absolute fire. And look, like I said, let's just look. I've also been on his case. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I haven't. I've also been frustrated with the guy, but he's doing the business. So, like I said, let's just let the guy breathe up until the summer, and let's see what he can produce for us.
Yeah, and we'll just see if Richie can continue this fine run of form. But I know you yourself, Dark Sun G, have been a big promoter of Richie and really wanted him here since he came. And finally, we're starting to see the best of him, and it really is terrific to see. Orox Beats, once again, really do appreciate you for your support, man. And he says, so glad Bentancur is back. Soon Matters and Van de Ven will return as well. This is what makes Ange Postecoglou so impressive, though, Orox Beats, is because he's been able to get it done and get these results without Maddison or Van de Ven for a long, long time. These guys have been out forever, since the Chelsea game, right? And they've been able to get it done. They've been able to get some convincing results, some other results that have not really been, maybe as fun or as convincing, but at least at the end of the day, we're towards the top of the table right now. And I think any manager would never take, the position that Ange has found himself in, with having to play Emerson and Davies at center back and try to play this sort of style of football as well with Emerson and Davies at center back, trying to make, work of various combinations in the midfield. So many different combinations in the midfield he's had to go with because of the injuries, because of the suspensions, etc. So he's just been able to make good work of it. And he's been very impressive, I think, Ange Postecoglou. Despite all the setbacks, he's really impressed me with a lot of the ways that he's just been able to get it done and also still instill that sort of style of play, despite not really having always, his number one sort of players to pick from. And, I mean, those are two of our best players in the team. Let's be perfectly honest, Dave. Matters and Van de Ven, two of our best players in the team. And he's been without them for so long now that it's not like we forget about them, but we start to get used to life without them because they've been gone for so long, if you know what I mean. So it's impressive by Ange.
No, it's very impressive. Look, other managers haven't been able to make it work with some of these individuals. Look, we're stuttering, but we're still ticking along nicely with these individuals, and that's what's most impressive about Ange, even though half of them can't even kick a ball straight. So it's actually very, very impressive in what he's doing. And look, long may it continue. He's done a brilliant job, but there's only so much he can do. You can't turn shit into gold. Only Jesus could turn water into wine. So, they better give him players to work with come January transfer window because it'll look even better. And I agree with you. Once you get Maddison, Van de Ven back, we're going to be absolutely saucing. And you add a few more, that means then we can also turn to the bench and say, bring him on. He's going to sauce out too. So it'll benefit us in the long run. Just quickly, Ange Postecoglou was asked in his post-match press conference, you love this, Jack, about what happened with the melee with the Bournemouth bench. And he was just like, oh, nothing, mate, just wishing each other Happy New Year.
It will forever remain between them. And like I said, maybe he won't be buying Bournemouth any beers afterwards. Maybe he might be getting himself some boxing gloves after this game, Ange Postecoglou. And then to Dark Sun G, but really great comment, Orox Beats. Really great comment, sir. Really appreciate the support as well. And Dark Sun G saying, if Richie gets 12 goals and 10 assists this season, good. I mean, that's sort of around what Maddison got, right? That one season. I think he got around 12 goals and 10 assists, and people were raving about him, as he should be, one of the better midfielders in the Premier League after that sort of season. So if Richarlison ends up with 12 goals and 10 assists, I mean, I think that, again,
it's a brilliant season.
Be a brilliant season. It's also more the 10 assists as well. I mean, how many strikers do you see do that, get with 10 assists? It's really only guys like Harry Kane, maybe other sort of kind of more creative type strikers with the hold up play and sort of that eye for a pass or just that, eye to be in the right area to set someone else up. And if Richarlison keeps up the assists too, Dave, I mean, that'd be also, I mean, not, we want to see him get the goals, but the assists have been impressive, actually. That's what stood out to me sometimes.
No, he has a look, and the majority of them came off the left-hand side, and this is what we were sort of trying to allude to back then, Jack. We can sit here and we can moan about Richarlison, but at the end of the day, even though he's not playing the greatest, he's still providing, he's still chipping in. And that's all you can ask. Even if your player does have an off day, okay, if you're having an off day in front of goal, at least lay stuff up for others. And he's proven he can do that, Jack. Look, with Richarlison, he's a very sort of unselfish player, which I actually like about him. I also like his mentality as well. I absolutely love it. But look, 12 goals, 10 assists, that'd be an amazing season for him. Not only is he scoring you goals, he's assisting goals. And I've always said this. For me, an assist is as good as a goal. It really is.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely right. And Nigel C. says, great content, lads. Happy New Year to ya from Wicklow Supporters Club. Going for a pint now. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you, Nigel. Very kind of you, sir, and appreciate the support. And shout out to Wicklow Supporters Club. Absolute legends down there. And I saw, too, like during the game, Nigel, I saw somebody in the corner flag area. I think it said Madison Spurs, which I think then someone had traveled all the way from Madison, Wisconsin to go for that game. And it looked like it was pretty similar weather to what Madison, Wisconsin, it's probably like, it's probably under 40 feet of snow, I would imagine, at this stage of the year. But the guy definitely probably was well within, sort of his comfort zone, seeing that hail and, big rain, coming down. He looked pretty all right with it. But shout out as well to so many different supporters clubs, people that travel all over for the games to see some of their first games or whatever games they can make it to. And just in general, just sort of, support Spurs wherever they are in the world. Even when we were speaking to Ash Padmaraj, I think she had, spoken about, that huge collection of fans out in India, right, that had gathered for one of the games to watch it with Ledley King and Ozzy Ardiles. It really does make you, proud to be a Spurs fan to see how many of us are there around the world supporting the club through thick and thin, like yourself there, Nigel. Even also Lee the Dorset Spur with his group, always traveling from the South Coast up to the game. I bet even Bournemouth, a bit of a rivalry maybe with them because that's sort of kind of close by to a degree, right, to Dorset. So bet they feel pretty good about that win, Nigel. But yeah, shout out to the Wicklow Supporters Club.
Whereabouts in Wicklow, though, Nigel? I'm only about 20 minutes away from Wicklow, so whereabouts, brother? I do a lot of hiking up there as well with the Outland whenever we get the chance. So, do let me know whereabouts and where you sort of meet, and if you're going to any games. But look, most of all, go and enjoy that pint, my man. You deserve it. Nice, ice cold. Happy New Year to you, sir, and to the rest of the Wicklow supporters group. Big up.
Feel free to have an extra one as well. It's only the new year, Nigel C. Feel free to have more than one. Dark Sun G says, also, we haven't lost a game without scoring with Ange so far this season.
Also, we haven't lost a game without scoring.
Saying, I think have we scored in every game so far this season?
It was in, I seen stats there before the game. I think we actually broke a record. I think it's one since 1948 or something like that. I believe it stretches that far back, where we've scored, I think, in every game this season.
Not a surprise, to be honest. I don't think we've ever been shut out. No, we've not been shut out at all yet this season, actually. Fair play, actually, to Dark Sun G. Didn't actually know that. And one of the things I've been more impressed with is just sort of Spurs' relentlessness to actually score first. Even when we've had shaky starts, we love to score within that first 20 minutes. I would say that's been more impressive, too, is just having us consistently go ahead in that 1-0 and get that sort of initial breakthrough and give us that chance to go on and win the game. And it's something that really is sort of a very valuable asset to a team, to be sort of a team that does start fast, begin games with a certain type of intensity, and we benefited from it. How many times have we seen us score first quite early in games and sort of force teams to really come after us, force teams to get into the game? And it's been really helpful to us so far this season, I must say.
But that's also why I struggle to criticise the forward line when we lose, because initially, as soon as we lose, everyone is, the forward line didn't do enough. And stats like that show they do it every single week. At some point, you have to ask questions and have demands on your back line. So that's why I always struggle to go to them when we don't win.
Stats like that show that Spurs don't have as much of a creativity problem as people might think, or even sometimes a finishing problem. I think we do maybe waste some chances here and there, but to be honest, like we create enough chances to win games in most games. We really do. And it's nice to see. Dan Coy says, big up to Dan. He says, wet and cold at the lane today. 3 points. Happy New Year. Dan, if you were there, man, that looked like a bath.
And everything.
Looked like you had a bath out there.
You needed a shield.
Yeah, you needed a shield. Needed probably umbrellas on every direction. Probably need to carry 2 umbrellas just to cover both sides, because it looked like it was sideways rain. Then there was some hail mixed in there as well. Did not look fun.
Someone didn't open a bottle of Radox and start squirting it over and everyone started showering.
It looked like one of those movie scenes, Dan, where the rain just looks so like almost over the top, right? Where certain scenes and like they're just making the rain, come down. You're like, all right, this seems like a little too much rain, like sort of thing, where they're going a little overboard. But it looked like one of those days where the rain just looked relentless and the drops looked also gigantic, just huge droplets of rain. So I hope you're all right, Dan. I mean, it looked like you probably needed maybe a hot cold shower or a hot shower after this one, and maybe a nice sort of warm meal as well, some good soup or whatever you might look for, and maybe the Tottenham High Road can find you something good, to warm yourself up with. Nice hot cocoa, not even the pints yet, man. Get yourself a nice hot cocoa or something like that to warm yourself up, or a good tea, because it did look miserable. And fair play to a lot of you Spurs fans that did travel, and stuck through it out there, because it did. I'll be honest, as much as a Spurs game is fun, getting rained on like that is not fun. Just sort of standing there, just getting pelted
when you
like that.
You don't mind it.
No, definitely not. Dancing in the rain maybe is what Dan Coys is doing. Big up to you, sir. And shout out to the kiddos, and shout out to yourself, man, for always, like we say, finding a way at any stage, whether you're at the game, not going to the game, just you always find a way to tune in. And we really do appreciate that, Dan. And hopefully you have a wonderful new year as well, man. And I think, maybe still plenty of time to celebrate it. Maybe you might take it easy now that you've been rained on for multiple hours. Maybe you just want to take it easy, but really do hope you enjoy your new year, and have a great evening, man. Really appreciate you, sir. And once again, Nigel C. becoming a Flat Cap member. Thank you, Nigel. Really, really do appreciate it. If you are a fantasy man, feel free to come in and rock the league. See if you can shake things up with maybe a new entry. Maybe you got some points that you've been sort of storing up in fantasy that you can maybe challenge Felix, myself. Dave's actually been climbing up the table as well, so now's a better time to start.
This weekend.
Well, you'll get back there, but I did see you jump like 20 places at one stage, so hopefully we'll see you back up there. But big up to you, Nigel C. Really do appreciate the support, man, and also great comment from earlier as well, just on, the fact that there's so many supporters out there from around the world, and big up to Wicklow Supporters Club.
He also said he's from Wicklow Town, so you're from the heart of Wicklow, my man. Big yourself up, not a bad place to be from. I usually frequent the sort of, what would you call, Dunard, out that sort of area, just out past Ballymore and places like that. It's where I usually go hiking, so sort of different ends of Wicklow, my man. But big yourself up, and seek that pint of Guinness. Make sure you go and enjoy it, my man. Brilliant.
And
Brilliant.
Johnny Stokes as well saying, Jack, you should put the heat on. You look cold. Yeah, I am actually quite cold. It's very cold in the basement. Over here in the Northwest, a lot of the basements, they don't really have a lot of heating, so they can be quite cold in the morning. And so I usually just brave it up, for the first little bit, John Stokes, and, I put on sort of my Spurs kit, try to be, at least, not too comfortable, while watching the game. But then the moment the game ended, I was putting on that jacket straight away. I was quite cold. So, I'm looking forward to getting a nice hot coffee later there, Johnny Stokes. Big up to you, man. And also, Happy New Year to you, John. And Happy New Year to you and the kids, man. Big up to you and the sons. And Nigel C. says, Wicklow Town, Dave. Yeah, I'll give you a shout out next time we meet up. Dave, any good places to go to in Wicklow?
No, look, definitely drop me your number. Wicklow, let me think, Jack. Let me think.
Is it known for anything good? Like, is it just a nice area? Just like a nice place to be?
It's mountains. It's what it is. It's sort of the mountain region of Ireland. I love it, It's
good nature.
The military do a lot of training up there, a lot of shooting drills and artillery drills up in up sort of where we go hiking. We go hiking to the left of where they do all their sort of shooting and stuff. And on a good clear day, you can actually sit up the top of the mountain and look down on it and see it. It's actually pretty cool. Glendalough, another great area as well. Been up and around there so many times as well. Look, Wicklow's a lovely county, especially if you're a naturist. Like being out there in nature, like going on big long walks, hikes, whatever. It's an absolute great county. And it's also where, what's his name, the general of that hotel, or not the hotel, the paintings out of that famous mansion and stuff like that. No, Wicklow's a great county. Absolutely love Wicklow. I've done a bit of camping up there as well before. But please, Nigel, please drop me your number, my man. And if you're ever down this way, or I'm up around your way, let's meet up for a cup of coffee, lad. Mine's a cappuccino.
And even Leslie Crawford confirming that, saying the Wicklow Mountains are indeed beautiful. Big up to you, Leslie.
Yeah.
Well traveled. And James Paratrooper.
Sally's Gap, actually. Sally's Gap and Waterfall. Brilliant area as well. Lovely.
Daniel Field saying, sounds lovely. There, that it is, Daniel. And James Paratrooper saying AFTV is having a nervous breakdown. I think that's where some of us might be heading after this one for a bit of New Year's Eve sort of added bonus, a bit of added sort of fun for us and an extra gift indeed. And also Terry Beth saying, with our injuries and suspensions, 12 from 15 points in the last 5 games is remarkable. And this is what I wanted to say in the last game. I gave the boys the benefit of the doubt. I felt like it was just a really, really bad day at the office. I didn't want to. Yes, had to be critical because it was a terrible, terrible performance against Brighton. But I didn't want to read too deep into it. I think I was just trying to make the distinction between, this is not a good enough performance. They need to make up for this. But they've also done a very good job this season and gathering points and being, still a serious enough side that I have a lot of confidence and a lot of faith in them. And the project of Ange and just what we've been doing so far as a club since he's come in here, I'm fully behind it. And also with all the injuries and suspensions, with what he's been able to do, Ange Postecoglou, very, very impressive indeed. So great stat there from Terry Betts. But Dave, any sort of final comments that you might have before we wrap things up and we let people enjoy their New Year's?
Yeah, look, we'll end it off now. We'll let you go and enjoy your New Year's. We'll also go off and enjoy ours. But look, the main thing is we go into New Year's doing the pigeon dance, and absolutely everywhere. Look, what an absolute remarkable run we've had this year. We've had tough times at the start of the year. We've had brilliant times at the end of the year. But what I love is you guys out there, the Harris Army, the Kaniki Army, but most important, the Irish Hotspur enthusiasts. Ye are the driving force behind this challenge. Ye get us to roll out bed every single day, put out this content for you guys, and the fact that you lap it up is absolutely top notch. So to you guys, I hope each one of you have a great, happy New Year's. Look at that league table at a minute to 12. Embrace it. Enjoy it. Then after 12, ring your family, wish them Happy New Year and everything else. Then around 12:30, get on the phone to all them salty Gooner fans. Make sure you give them a lot of steak. But sincerely, I do hope you enjoy yourself. Head into 2024, 2 points off top. What can we achieve? We go in dreaming. At the end of the day, this is what Andrew's brought here to do. This is what me and Jack love. And this is what you guys love. And I must say it as well quickly, the watch-alongs this year have been the most funnest part of my year. Yeah. Especially since Andrew's come in. Yeah. The relationship built with you guys, the enjoyment we have, the laughs, the jokes, sometimes crying, which isn't a bad thing. Everyone needs to cry every once in a while. It's been absolutely fantastic. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you guys have done for me this year. Even when I've been lost to loads, sometimes maybe thought, look, is this gig for me? I might maybe suited to better off doing something else. You guys have always picked me up, always bigged me up. And for that, I'll forever be eternally grateful. And hopefully we can roll into the new year with the exact same momentum. So let's go. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Everybody, I want you all to enjoy your New Year's Eve. Enjoy your 2024. Enjoy the last day of 2023. The latter end of 2023 has been very good to us under Ange Postecoglou. Let's hope that 2024 is pretty similar, if not better. Really do appreciate all of you for choosing us as your watch-along destination. Always great vibes. Really nice to have a win as well, but really do appreciate everybody that supports the channel, everybody that helps out with just sort of, participating in the watch-along, kind of engaging with each other, everybody that supports the channel in an extra way, grabbing memberships, gifting memberships, sending in super chats. It really does help support the channel as well. Also, just everybody that just continues to tune in almost every single day to whatever we might be putting out there. Really do appreciate it because it is a lovely community that we have here. But I'll say it again, go off, enjoy your New Year's, everybody. Have a few ones, you know, maybe have a nice hot cocoa, especially if you're feeling a little cold, and then maybe get the beers in later afterwards. But we'll be seeing ya. Come on, you Spurs. In the Big Ange we trust. We never stop. Big Ange we trust one more time. We'll see you, everybody. Come on, you Spurs.
See ya. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.